Are we good on my side?
Yeah, it looks
Okay.
good, best
Okay.
I can tell.
Is your camera going to follow me?
No, shouldn't.
Thank you. Thank you.
I hope not.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Katie, and welcome to the Greenland Quilter channel. And I have with me my friend Mona.
Just say Mona.
Yeah, so I have my friend Mona, and she is going to be sewing with us, and I will spotlight her here in just a minute. But let's talk about the first thing. Well, the first question. Oh my gosh. Yeah. All right. Let's talk about the poll. The question of the day, which will be question number 7. It is, what is the capital of Greenland? Option 1 is Sisimiut. Second one is Ilulissat. Third one is Reykjavik. Fourth one is Nuuk. Don't go look it up. I mentioned it 100 billion times probably over the last 2.5 years. Just take a guess if you don't know the answer. Um, and at the around the 2 hour mark, I will give the answer. So make sure you have your trusty notepad so you can write down the question and the answer that I give. And don't forget, if you're filling the poll out as you go along, I will give me till tomorrow, because I haven't added this question to the poll yet. I will add it to the, not to the poll, sorry. I haven't added this question to the form yet, so give me till after the live to do that. So tomorrow you should be able to see the question on your form. I'll be adding on to that daily. I should have did that earlier today, but my brain is still on Eastern, still on the 3 hour difference, and I almost forgot we're only 2 hours, not 3 hours. I'll be glad when our time change happens so that I can get back to what my brain is used to dealing with right now. So first thing I'm going to do is I am going to spotlight Mona, and she's going to tell us about her channel a little bit, or whatever she wants to say about her channel herself, and what she plans on sewing on tonight.
Hi guys, I'm Mona. From Ribbit and so on, and I'm here in Central Texas, and I do markets. So I make bags, I make quilts, I make lap quilts. I do a bunch of commission as well. And that's it. I'm here online to, I guess, share my gifts. And if you have questions, you can ask. And if I can help you with anything, you're more than welcome to ask questions. And that's it. I'm here. I'm grateful to be here with Katie. She's been a beautiful community, her and all her quilt friends, and I just love them. And I'm happy to be here. Thanks.
What do you plan on working on tonight?
Tonight I'm going to make a block, and I'll take a picture of it. I just kind of messed it up when I leaned over the table. So I'll show you here in a minute, but I am going to make a block, and I'm going to use my brother for it. And that's it. Yep, I have it all cut out and everything. And I just messed it up, so it's all crazy right now.
It's okay.
I leaned
Yeah,
over the table with my sleeves just messed it up. So I'm a mess right now. Great. I need to start over.
yeah. It's all good. I do it all the time. Sometimes I'll have it all laid out and then come back and get ready to sew it and realize, what happened to my half square triangle? I have one missing, and I'm looking all over the place. It's
I'm
stuck.
looking on the ground right now.
Yeah, or it's on the floor and the dog's walking all over it. One of the two
Yeah,
things.
it
So
just
anyway,
happened. So I'm like, great.
yeah.
What am I missing?
Hang on a minute. I need to tape up something real quick. I just
Oh, and
realized.
I'm grateful for having backup because I have like some extra. So I'm not even going to worry what's on the floor. I'm just going to redo it.
I think that's great.
So
If you
yeah, I had extra triangles cut out. Thank you.
All right, so I have something to share with you guys, and I'm going to do it at the beginning because it's just two small envelope mails. But I want to show you guys something. Check out the date on here.
I can't see the date, Katie.
Hang on,
Oh, okay.
let me spotlight it.
Okay.
I want y'all to look at the date on that.
Is that like 2, 3 months ago already? What are we in March?
We're in March, like middle of the March.
April,
Can you see
May,
that? And then there's this one.
January, February.
Check this one out.
Oh, that's great. Okay, that one's not too bad, but the December one, really?
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna leave this on for a minute so you guys can see. So this one is from Helen from Michigan. I hope that she is watching, I hope, in the background or whatever, because she sent me a card. And this is other one is from Sweetwater Quilt Labels. Y'all have heard me say this before. I love when people send, I love mail. And I don't care if it takes 3 months, 6 months to get one. If you want to feel generous and send me a card, please do. So here is her handmade card.
Oh, yay.
And she put it in a type of a card frame here. That's the first time I've seen it like this. So this is really cool. But she also, look at this beautiful little heart.
Oh, how precious.
Yeah,
Look
isn't
how
that beautiful?
itty bitty squares.
And on the back of it, oh, there's something inside of it. Let's see what it says. It says this pocket prayer quilt was made especially for you to slip in your pocket throughout the day when your fingers touch the cross inside the quilt. Be mindful of God's love and grace for you. Keep it as a tangible symbol of God's peace. And right there's the little, I didn't even see the heart or the cross until she mentioned it. Can everybody see it right there?
Yep. Look at that.
So, and then I'm just going to read. She said, wishing you a great holiday. Your shows are very interesting. I enjoy it when you show your countryside. Keep up the good work you do on YouTube. Sincerely, Helen. So this was from Helen from
That's
Michigan.
very sweet.
Very sweet. And this heart is gorgeous. But I like the card too. So I'm adding that to my little card collection. Right now, this is probably card number 4 that I've received in the mail so far. So if you're, you can find my mailing address on my main YouTube channel where you hit, when you click the about or whatever, you'll find it there. And yeah, if you want to send a card or, whatever, I don't care what you send, just say hi to me. That'd be fine. Okay, the other one, this is my, I get this once a month. Now, you see, I showed you the date that this said January. So I'm still waiting on February's too. And pretty soon, I'm pretty sure March is going to come out and be mailed out. So we'll see how long it takes. Our airport, very sweet. And this heart is.
Sorry about that.
What was that? Oh,
that was my phone.
Okay. So, our airport grand opening is going to be April the 16th. Which is on a Thursday, of course. So if it turns out that the grand opening is late in the afternoon, not in the morning, I will probably do my live from the airport. And it'll be a short live because of course it's live, But anyway, all right. So let's look at this quilt label.
That'd be neat to see the airport.
Yeah, it'll be fun because it'll be the first time I've seen it finished. It says love in every stitch and it has my name on here. So, so some months you may get 2 labels. Some months you might get 1 big one. Some months you might get like 4 or 5 smaller ones and a bigger card. So this is my, this is from January of this year's mailing out of my Sweetwater quilt label. So I thought I would share that with you. Okay. Now, something else I want to mention is the birthday extravaganza has begun today. And what I mean by that is March for my family has lots of birthdays in it. So today is my youngest daughter, Kristen's birthday. And Kristen, I know you're probably not watching this, but I'm going to say it anyway. Happy birthday to my youngest daughter. It's always a milestone every year that goes by that your children make another year as they get older into adulthood. She turned 36 today. And so she's 36, her brother's 37, and her oldest sister is 39. So they're in the latter part of their 30s now. And Kristen is also the mom of my oldest granddaughter, Abby, who is 14, and Abby turns 15 in December. So, there's that. So a week from today, well, let's wait. So today's Kristen's birthday. 3 days from now is Nikolai's birthday, the 23rd. No, 4 days, sorry. 4 days from now. His is the 23rd, and mine is a week from today. And then my brother, my only brother, his birthday is March the 31st. So there's all these birthdays rolled into March.
I bet you guys had fun when y'all were young.
Oh yeah.
You
Well,
siblings
what was
with the
interesting?
siblings, all
Yeah.
being.
Yep. And my first husband's birthday was on March the 1st. So I'm married to two men whose birthdays are in March. Only Hardy, my first husband, was a Pisces. My current husband, Nikolai, is an Aries, just like me. And we're also both born in the year of the tiger, which,
Wow.
that's pretty rare to come across someone you get married to that's both your fire sign and your tiger sign, And you would
That's
think,
awesome.
gosh, they must, I have read that Aries don't usually get along with the other Aries, but me and him, we fit. We just do. And so any of this, a negative thing I've seen about you cannot marry another fire sign is wrong. Yes, you can.
Hi, honey. Well,
All right.
I have no idea about what I am as far as signs go. Maybe that's something I could look up, but
When's your birthday?
I'll tell you later.
Oh, well, you could just say month and day. You don't have to say the year.
September 1st.
Oh, September. I'm not sure which one that one is. But how to find out what your Asian sign is, you just look it up on the Google, the day, and the year that you were born and the month, and it'll tell you which animal sign you are.
All right.
Okay, let me say hi to everyone in the chat. It looks like we've got quite a few people in here now. All right, let me go scroll back up. Sylvia was the first one in the chat today. Welcome, welcome. Hello, Shirley. Welcome. You're number 2. Hi, Lee. How's the trains going on? I know you said you were airbrushing, so where you at on that? Hello, Jaja. Welcome. Hello, Cindy Good. Hello, Denise. It's good to see you. Is that your signature on the label? No, that is the signature that Sweetwater does. Dubrovka says, hello, Katie, Mona, and friends. Christina says, hi to everyone. And Sylvia's birthday's in 3 days. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you,
all
Sylvia.
spring chickens.
You're right. All us March babies, we rock. Denise, you can FaceTime. Denise says, you can FaceTime to your family to say happy birthday. You can also sing a text to them. Said, yep, I know that. And I'll probably, after the live, because she is 6 hours behind. No, wait, she's 5 hours behind me right now because she lives in California. So I'll probably call her after I get off the live or try to and hope she answers. I'm hoping a surprise birthday card arrived in her mailbox, and I hope she's seen it because I've been having birthday cards handmade and sent to them. This will be my first year of doing that, and I hope I can continue doing it every year now that someone that comes and watches the channels, and she also sews. Cynthia makes handmade cards, and so I enlisted Cynthia into helping me get some beautiful birthday cards made up, and I will be enlisting her from here on out as long as she's willing to do them, making birthday cards for me to send to my kids since I can't go to the States and send them that way.
That's so cool.
Birthday cards over here is just about impossible. And I could order the birthday cards online and have them sent that way. But the thing is when someone makes something handmade, it makes it more special.
Totally.
And my hand might not have made it, but someone's hand did. It's not a generic birthday card is what I'm saying. Yep. So it'll be special. And I know my friend Melanie got back from Texas yesterday because her birthday was on March the 17th. She's the one that lives in Syracuse that you hear me mentioning on and off throughout the past few years now. She said the card was beautiful.
Oh,
so she was very surprised to find it when she got home. So, all right. So let me finish saying hello to people. Hi, Rita. Not here, hiding to think of how to pick on Katie and Mona today. Denise says, Mona, you may be a Leo. And then Denise says, it's Denise says it's 1:48 p.m. now in California. Lots of time left in the day. Exactly. So I know she's at work. I doubt she took the day off. So I will call her after I get off my live, and she should be off. She should be driving home by then, I would think, because she works at a lockdown mental facility. They have 2,500 beds. And it's for people who can never be put back into society ever again, because they will just repeat doing what they are. Katie, I am an Aries too. Yes, you are, Dubrovka. Leo is in July. Virgo is part of September. So it'd either be Virgo or, because my sister was born in early October, she is a Libra. So she could be you could either be a Virgo or a Libra, one of the two, depending on when in September you were born.
Got it.
All right. Here's the plan for tonight. I know y'all are going to probably very tired of this before it's over with. I am going to continue on with Katie's Creative Chaos because I am determined to get these blocks sewn together and into a twin size quilt. Let's talk a little bit for a minute because the first part of April, I'll be making some announcements about what our channel so long is going to be about. I'm also going to be doing a different kind of project that will also be related to the channel, but it'll be I'm going to try to make it into a bit of a game, I hope, and we'll see how that goes. So that'll be two things. One of the other things I plan on doing is I'm going to spend 2 lives a month working on works in progress. So like I'm not finished with Katie's Creative Chaos. That'll be one of them. I'll be working on getting the start getting the sashing on my shaken blocks quilt that we have spent the whole year doing the blocks for. I pulled out 3 other WIPs that I would like to finish this year. So I'm going to be rotating between them. But for the rest of this month, we're going to concentrate on trying to get the rest of these blocks ready for Katie's Creative Chaos. And I will, once I get these all sewn together, we're going to play again, and y'all are going to help me make more 9-patch blocks so that I can sew them together. I've sewn 2 of them together already from last time. And I'll show them to you here directly because I'm going to, let's see, right now I have to sew 2 more together to finish up what we talked about last time. And then I will show all 4 of them to you guys. And then we're going to sew these together. I'm also going to be working on, there'll be a combination of hourglass ones and the 4 patches because we need the hourglasses for the outside of the 9-patch blocks. So there's several in here for that too that I'll be sewing together. So we'll do that after I sew the rest of this together. I had it partially sewn. So we'll take care of that. So that's what we're going to work on tonight. So if you're just sewing, bring your sewing out and sew with me. And we'll see what kind of mischief we can get into at the same time. What kind of discussion we can have and everything else like that. So in the channel right now, so far, I know one person's birthday is this month, which is Dubrovka's. I think it was Dubrovka, or was it? Wait. Yeah, Dubrovka's birthday. Okay. Any other person in this chat that has a March birthday, let us know in the chat. And the rest of you guys, when you don't have to give me the day or the year of when you were born, but what month were you born in? Let's see how many different months we got involved in the people in the chat right now of what month you were born in. Let us know, because I would love to see, if you're shy about sharing, your date and stuff, you don't have to. I don't tend to say what year I was born in, but most of you probably already figured it out. Because in a week I'll turn 64. Oh, frightening. All right. Let's see. Rita says, Katie, I am so excited. I got the pattern and panel for the Route 66 quilt in the mail today. Oh, that's awesome. Cindy says, seems there are several birthdays in March. Look at here. We got Cindy Good. Her birthday's on March the 29th. Happy birthday to you. All us March babies will be rocking it this month. Let me see here. Rita says, nope, not March. Yeah, well, tell us what month. Sewing Will says December. Geraldine says August. Denise says March. Happy birthday, March, Denise. Dubrovka says, I am Aries from April. Oh, you're April, baby. Sorry. That's right. Aries does run into April. I forgot about that. The early part of April. Well, happy early birthday for you, Dubrovka. Rita says, so turning 14 in a week. Wow, a teenager. Oh, well. All right, let me go ahead and get this block that I want. I'm going to go ahead and sew these other two sets of blocks together, along with a certain little critter who's begging when she's already been given. Uh-oh. She's too funny. Can y'all hear her whining? All right. And I'll show you these after I press them. Okay. All right, let's move stuff out of the way here so I don't have a crash and burn. All right. What I was trying to do, I worked on this some more. I've been working on two things at the same time, three things actually. I've been trying to get this closer and closer to, because I need 30 of these for Katie's Creative Chaos, and I'm getting pretty close. As far as having enough 9-patch ones. The hourglass is going to take longer. Because that's just the way it is with triangles. I have to spend a little more time. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is we're going to sew this to this, this to this, this to this, and you'll notice when I lift it up, you'll see there's something underneath. That's because I had already chain sewing is what I'm doing. And Nora, stop. All right, let's get started. Denise says, feed her. She's already been fed a little bit. Nora is such a sweetie. She's so cute when she wants attention.
This is the block I'm working on tonight. Can you see it?
Here, let me spotlight you so everybody else can see it, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on a second.
My sleep.
All right, hold on. I got to get it. Okay, this is what Mona's working on today. Oh, that's going to look really cool.
You guys, it's the zodiac sign, so
cool.
It's all what we are talking about.
Yep.
Anywho, that's it.
Did you finish your granddaughter's quilt? No, it's not finished yet. I can't go to the States, so I slowed down on it a little bit. But I am going to make sure that it's finished by the time we go to Denmark, because I might have an idea of for a plan. Maybe we'll see.
I can be unspotlighted now, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Okay. I'm getting my headphones on, what we talked about a little earlier, so that's what I was doing here a second ago. And my shirt keeps knocking down my stuff on my side over here. My sleeves.
It's going to look good. Great, Mona. Wow, nice.
Thank you. We'll see. We're going to finish it. It's going to be simple. It's going to be a lot of ironing because it's kind of wrinkly. But my sleeve keeps getting in the way, so I might even have to change my shirt or something, you know?
You might have to, or either figure out how to roll it up your arm, one.
Exactly. I won't have to clip it. It keeps getting in the dang way.
Say, clip it good.
Really?
Dubrovka says, very nice, Mona.
Thank you, guys.
Rita says, Mona, you are doing great with getting in front of the camera. Yeah, She's much more relaxed tonight, I see.
Who said that? And thank you very much. Yes,
Rita did.
I'm trying.
You're doing great. I don't
Thank you.
see you don't seem as I'd call it wobbly.
I was the first one I really was. I was just kind of nervous, like, oh, like you said, you know, or someone said, it's like talking to yourself. I'm getting I'm getting used to talking to myself.
It's pretty intimidating when you're looking at the screen and you see your face constantly.
It helps that I'm chatting with you guys and interacting with you guys weekly. It helps,
Yeah, I agree with you. It does help a lot.
you know.
Sylvia says, beautiful Mona.
Thank you. I just set up the iron over here on the side of this. I put something under my sewing machine so it doesn't slide too much. I was running a little behind, so I was getting a little prepped here.
Bed. Get in your bed. Go on. Get in your bed. You'll get fed soon. It's not time to eat yet. Bed. We gave her some Amethyst a little before I started this live, but I told Nicole I don't give her too much.
Mm.
But she's going to have to be fed soon. I don't know what it is about lives, but it's like she associates lives with FOOD.
Doesn't so not an expert her dogs as well?
Uh-huh.
Kinda.
Mona, where do you live? Asked Dubrovka.
Central Texas.
Another Texan. That's where my friend Melanie went to, was Texas, because her mom lives in Texas and a bunch of her friends.
Here we go.
When I talked to Melanie, she was in the air and she had texted me and she says, I'll be so glad when I get home. I said, I bet you will. Because she was in the air when she had texted me. I like that the planes finally have Wi-Fi that you can access.
That's awesome. The last time any of this family flew, my daughter flew in from Hawaii when it was when the fires were going on in California. So we were just thankful she came home. Just get home,
Yep.
please.
I think fire season is going to be a going thing for California these days. And I also think that the weather patterns are changing and places that don't normally experience drought are starting to experience it. Right now, North Florida is in an extreme drought situation.
So is South Texas running out of water?
Yeah.
Like the city is literally running out of water to drink.
That's not good.
Mm-hmm. Total mismanagement.
Much. It's about like their power grid going out. Remember that year that power grid went out?
I remember the year that Texas freaking froze because there was no power.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about, when that grid went down.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was that they didn't get power from anywhere else.
Yeah, I don't think all of us were like, well, say what? We were just
So it's
it
news
was
to all of y'all too, huh?
somewhat. I mean, you
I
would
think
think
it would
we'd be.
behoove most Americans these days to have a generator for their house.
Mm-hmm.
Not have it inside their garage running, but somewhere ventilated. Because there was a few deaths in Texas from that too. Because they were
My
running
friend,
yeah, they were running them inside their house.
my best friend in San Antonio was in her car with her 80-year-old mother freezing, thinking her mom was about to die because her mom was tiny and freezing. They were They were sitting in the car with the heater. It was awful. I kind of started off screwing up already, so I tend to do that on a live. I don't know why.
My dogs have a schedule. It is if they figure out when they want their snacks, that is snack time. Yeah, Nora is very intelligent. She knows when she's supposed to eat, and she's gotten where now she tells you in no uncertain terms, I need to go outside, and she won't leave you alone until you let her out.
She knows when to hold them and knows when to fold them, huh?
Yeah. Hey, Andy.
Hi, Andy.
How are you feeling today? I hope you're feeling better.
Andy, I saw your picture of your what you guys were crocheting the other night. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Yes, it is. I can't get over how fast she did it.
Really, she's pretty fast.
She's fast, and I bet Amanda finished hers too.
Like speed crocheters, man.
I'm
I'm not a speed crocheter. Heads up.
well, I guess I'll be crocheting while I'm sitting in front of the TV. Oh, stop, whiny girl. I might have to go feed her.
What a baby.
You would think that we were starving her to death.
What a baby.
And you probably can hear her tail whacking the side of the desk.
Yeah. I can.
It's time for food.
Whiny butt.
Daddy's giving her the look.
Wouldn't have it
But
any
she's
other way.
ignoring the look, and she's just sitting. She's sitting at his feet, wagging her tail.
She said, yes, did somebody call me? Did I finally get your attention?
Yep, well, looks like it.
I have succeeded. The barking worked.
It's so funny watching her engage with Nikolai, especially when she's up on the bed with him. It's hilarious watching her.
Did she get all silly or what?
She rolls over on her back and gets as close in the nook of his arm as she can get with her head across his neck. It's so funny.
Silly. She gets excited.
She's just very affectionate with him.
How cute. Mm-hmm. Unconditional love from a pet. Right?
Dubrovka says, Katie, I heard her say, Mama, I am starving. Laugh out loud.
Feed me.
She's such a little ham. Look at all these half square triangles that are going to be turned into hourglasses.
1, 2 on the board.
Let me see here. Hey, Nina, welcome. Rita says we have a big 10 kW generator that goes to our RV, but if we need it, we can plug our house into it and run things we need. And then Nina says hi to you and me. Let me see. And then Denise is asking Rita how long her generator will run. And she says she has heated it many times. She has tested it many times, holds 10 gallons of fuel, which we can run 24/7 for 3 days. And then Rita says that is running 2 ACs and RV freezers and various other appliances. We had to see what food it or what load it could handle. And Andy says, I'm feeling okay today. Rita says, Nora got the attention of my 5 dogs. Now they're looking at where the dog is. They are all whining now. Ha. Yeah. And then Andy says, started doing the flower mandala. Laugh out loud. It's pretty. Denise says, that's good, Rita. I thought they only tested or lasted a few hours. Yeah, the generators these days are lasting longer and longer these days.
Is Sherry there?
Sherry?
Yeah. I need to apologize to her for my last.
No, but when y'all let me know if you see Sherry show up the channel, because Nikolai wants to say something to her. He wants to apologize for something.
Well, that's nice.
He was gaming in the middle while me and her or Sunday, and he said something that everybody heard.
Oh no.
Yeah. And after the fact, he's realized, that was probably not cool.
Oh.
So he wants to tell her he's sorry.
Why don't you tell me about that salmon curry you made?
Oh, the curry. All right. Those of you, in fact, any of you who want the recipe, if you've got pen and paper out, you need to take it out. Somebody asked a question about the recipe for my salmon with curry.
Yeah, someone asked if you shared your recipes.
Yeah, they did. The problem is I don't measure anything. So this is going to be an estimate. And you're going to also have to base everything you do on family size too. There's 2 of us. So I only made enough curry that wouldn't get wasted, which I can give you a best guess of how much of something is, except for the curry. And I'll talk about the curry spice itself. We'll talk about that too. Okay, so what I did is I showed you how big the salmon's was. And so based on whatever size salmon you use, is going to be based on how long you cook it in the oven. And what I did is I used Old Bay seasoning, which is used for, it's a type of Louisiana spice, more or less. And you can spice any kind of fish with it. It's great with any kind of seafood. You can also use it on other things if you wanted to, but I use it mostly for my fish. And so I seasoned the salmon, and then I put the salmon with the skin side down on a baking dish, and we put the oven at 180 degrees, which is, hang on, I have to look up the Fahrenheit for that, because that was 180 Celsius. So hold on. You want to preheat your oven. Don't stick your fish in the oven cold. So C to F. So preheat the oven at that can't be right. I guess it is. 356 degrees Fahrenheit. Wow. What's the highest temperature United States oven will go up to? 500. Yeah, okay. So around 355, 356 Fahrenheit.
350 is normal.
Yeah, make sure that oven has actually reached that temperature, because it does matter with your fish if you want it to cook evenly in the oven. Sorry for y'all are going to hear me sniffling a lot. I'm so sorry. I notice I'm hearing it on most of my videos this day, which is annoying me. Okay. So pre-season and leave it sitting on your roasting pan and wait for your oven to come to the appropriate heat. Also, you're not going to stick it in right away, because there's other things you have to do first. Make rice your way and determine how many minutes you think it's going to take for you to make your rice. It usually takes my rice about 20 minutes, because I cook mine on the stovetop. So I go ahead and start my rice, and it's slow, and I do it on a low setting because I don't cook rice fast. Otherwise you end up with crunchy rice. So make enough rice for however many people you have in your family. And then as far as the curry, what you're going to do is you're going to get a small pot, melt butter in it on low heat. Do not do it on high heat. You need to put it on like low to medium low on based on your setting on your stove. And you're going to chop onion up very fine sliced. Since there's just 2 of us, I use a half onion. If your family's way bigger, use a whole onion and mince it, is what you're doing. You're going to take that and put it in with the butter that's slowly simmering on the stove. and just a little bit of salt in there, just a little, not much, and stir it all together. And then you're going to basically cook it on low until you see the onions turn translucent. You don't want it browning, because what you're doing is you're getting a flavor to go with that butter. When your onion has reached that amount, then you're going to take your curry spices. You can actually buy curry already mixed together as a spice, and that'll be fine. And you put in as much curry as you want to. If you like your curry super spicy, add a bunch. If you don't like it so spicy, just put a little. And I can't tell you how much. I probably used 2 tablespoons in ours because we like ours a little bit strong. You're going to cook that in. In the meantime, I forgot to mention, you're going to need to, I use Knorr, and I'll write that in the channel. Hold on. I use this for a base. I use 1 cube. It's Knorr chicken and Knorr vegetable. 1 cube each. Placed in hot water, about 2 cups of hot water. And that's for just me and Nikolai. So if you want it more, you'll have to go based on the size of your family. You're going to melt that cube into the water. You can also use a chicken base that you might already, some of us have containers of actual chicken base. You can use a chicken base. You can use a vegetable base if you make your own vegetable base. But you need to put it in the hot water so that it can dissolve into that. And once you've stirred around the curry with the onions and everything, you pour that whole 2 cups of water with the bases in it into the pot. And then you're going to turn the heat up to medium high. And you're going to cook it down 50%. When you get to the 50% part of it, then you're going to turn the heat back down to medium low, and you're going to slowly add in heavy cream. And there's a reason for the heavy cream. It's part of what makes a curry yummy. And you'll see the liquid start to thicken up a little bit. Now, sometimes even when you put cream in it, and I couldn't tell you how much cream I put in there, probably 1/4 cup, maybe less than 1/4. I didn't measure it. I just pour it in there. And when I see what I want, I stop. But when you're pouring it in, you need to be stirring it at the same time on that low heat. One thing about cream is you do not ever cook cream on high for 2 reasons. Number 1, it will separate. And number 2, you can easily burn it. And you don't want burned curry because that's gross.
Yeah.
When you have it to a semi-thick consistency, and if it's still not thick enough, then what you can do is take 2 teaspoons of flour per like 2 tablespoons of warm water, not hot water, not cold water, because you don't want lumps. You want it to be like lukewarm, and make sure it dissolves into the water, and you can slowly add to your curry until you get the thickness that you want. Don't put too much in there because you don't want it over thick. And then just leave it on low heat. Do not turn the heat back up again. Leave it on low heat. Stir it periodically as it's warming up, and you'll see it start to bubble a little bit, and your curry is done. Now, while you're doing all this multitasking, at some point about 15 minutes in, you need to be putting your salmon in the oven. Hey, honey? Hang on, let me see how long we cooked that salmon for. How long did we cook that salmon in the oven? About 20 minutes? How long did we cook that?
Salmon?
Yeah, it was about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the salmon, when we put it in the oven, we probably cooked it for about 20 minutes in the oven. When you see it start to turn like a white translucent color, take your fork and pull, open the oven and pull the tray out a little bit, and take your fork and see if it'll flake back. If it flakes back, it's done. If it still seems firm, cook it another 5 minutes and then check it again. That's how you know. Once you see it start to flake a little bit, you need to take it out of the oven because you don't want dry salmon. Then all you do is make your plate with the rice and the salmon, and then you take the curry and you dribble it across the top of the salmon and over your rice, and you have a meal. Voila. And really the total cooking time between prepping and everything else is less than an hour between everything that you do. The preheating of the oven is probably what takes the longest time, but if you use that preheat time to mince your onion, get it sauteing in the pot, you know, on low heat, and you're doing that part while you're doing everything else, by the time you get ready to pop that salmon in the oven, you've already got most of your meal mostly part of the way done.
Sounds good, Katie.
And it was yummy.
Of course, we probably won't have fresh fish like you, but
no, probably not. You might be able to find, I don't know how they do the, yeah. Okay. Jaja says they had it rolled up right and taped to stay rolled up. It's the Quilter Select Poppy Cotton Mat. They're talking about flattening something. Something about don't bend. All right. Rita says, now I don't know why I use my Instapot. Cuts 80% of all. I'm not going to use an Instapot. You're not going to convince me I need one. I'm just not. I love cooking rice on the stove. And it takes exactly 20 minutes on the stove to do rice. Exactly. Well, that's based on 1 cup of rice.
What kind of rice do you use?
Long grain. I learned how to make it when I was really young, and I just don't see the point in owning extra appliances. Like my husband says, it'll just end up in the cold room not being used. Let me see here. Jaja may be hoping that, then again, I probably would not be nice when returning the other one by making them send a call tag for it. So they are paying for the return shipping instead of you. And Sylvia, uh-oh. Something just happened. I lost the chat because it sprung fast. Now I gotta go back. Okay. Rita's gloves and gas mask for onions. The onions I cook with don't even make your eyes water. and Andy says, say no to crunchy rice. That's right.
That's
and
right.
Rita says, I have a glass top oven and I can turn it up to 550. Okay. It's been a while since I've even cooked in an oven in the States. I couldn't remember. The highest my oven will go up to is 250 degrees Celsius. Let me see here.
Mine's 550 too. I said 500, but it might be 550.
Okay, now I'm catching up where I was at.
Do you like to cook, Katie?
I love cooking.
Me too. I like eating too.
You know what I don't like? I don't like being chained to the sink. That's what I gripe about.
I don't like cleaning up either.
I hate doing dishes.
Me
Worse
too.
than anything.
Me too. I bitch about that all the time.
Jaja says she loves her Instapot. Katie, have you heard how Teresa Louise is doing? No, I don't know what's going on with her. She was supposed to be with us, but I haven't heard from her in Messenger or in an email, so I don't know what's going on. Maybe there must be something in the family going on, or either something's going on at her house. So I haven't heard anything. I'm gonna try engaging with her on Messenger to see. That's right. It's all not happening. That's right. I have been kind of been in Nikolai's ear about getting an air fryer. We'll see if he comes around on that or not.
Oh, he would love it.
Yeah, because I could put a whole chicken in a air fryer and that would be fun.
Man, you can warm up like pizza and nuggets and stuff like that way better, and they're crispier. Even corn dogs. It's a game changer. Fries,
Yep. And I love using my crock pot too. So,
everything will be extra crispy. It's so great.
well, I definitely want to see about getting one.
The price has gone down. They're not that expensive. I don't know about there though. So
Yeah, they're so pricey. I mean, the one I
yeah,
was
they were, but the price has gone down on them.
I just can't believe how pricey they are. It's just
They started off very pricey. You're right.
it's just crazy.
Supply and demand.
See, I have a microwave. Do you know how often I use my microwave? The only thing it's good for is warming up food. That's it. That's all we use it for. And so it doesn't get used on a regular basis.
I'd say we use our air fryer more than microwave.
Yep. Definitely can't cook in it. I do not like how the food tastes when you're cooking with it.
In the microwave, no way.
Yeah, just not my thing. There is something wrong with this.
I don't even like putting queso in the microwave.
Yeah, too soggy.
I don't know. Changes the taste.
What is wrong with this? There's this way. How'd this end up? Wait.
My pinche sleeve.
I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it, whatever it was. And somebody's texted me, sounds like. Uh-oh. I just accidentally closed the window. Oops.
Whoops.
Yeah, I'll get it back later. I'm not worried right now. Oh, it'll still go off. It's on the other browser. All right, let me get back to the screen. Hello, Andrea. Welcome, welcome. Sylvia says, I have a rice cooker and she likes it. Yeah, I have a rice cooker, but I don't use it. And Rita says the one she has is called a Vortex Air Fryer Pro or something like that. Yeah, they here they sell the Ninja and then they sell another brand. I can't think of the name of it. And both of them are ranking in this around the same price range. But there's like two different styles of that air fryer too, I've noticed. I don't know why this is here. Why did I do that there? That makes no sense. Wait a minute. I bet I know why. Because I have this turned around wrong. That's what's wrong with this picture. Now this makes sense. Okay. Whew. It's like, what did I do?
I get that way too, almost right now.
Jaja says, I have a Kasori air fryer. Rita says the only thing she does not cook anymore in the Instapot is rice. She's not a fan of sticky rice, which is the only thing that it makes. Do not tell Katie. I cook on top of the stove. Wow. I would have never thought in a million years I'd hear you were cooking something on the stove top. I got a cake to make this upcoming week too. I'm making an Italian cream cake, which I need to make sure I have all the ingredients.
And you can share the recipe for that too.
When I get it made, I'll take a picture of it for you guys to see, or if I'll probably make it because I'm gonna make it in between our birthdays. So it'll probably make an appearance at least so you can see it on one of the lives. And who knows, I might just eat it on my birthday right in front of y'all.
Why not?
It'll be yummy, yummy, yummy. I just need to go get buttermilk and a cup. I got plenty of butter now, thank God. Butter went on sale this week, so we've been picking 25 kroners for each thing of butter for 200 grams of butter. So this past few days, every time I go to the store, I pick up 4 more. So now I've got a refrigerator full of it. Probably going to put some of it in the freezer. Or turn it into ghee. I have thought about doing that too. Because ghee's fun to cook in. And it's very healthy.
I probably should have added another color, but I'm not gonna.
Make your own buttermilk. Nah, I like buying buttermilk already made. I know you can make your own. Because I use the buttermilk for other things too. So, and they come in 1 liter containers, so it'll get used. It won't get wasted. Push comes to shove, Nikolai will finish drinking it. I don't know how he drinks buttermilk, but he does. I think my husband would drink and eat just about anything. Not everything, but just about anything. Denise says you should check expiration date. Butter, as long as it's in the refrigerator, is not going to spoil. And I use it for everything. I don't use oil for anything. It's one of those processed foods that we keep out of our diet for the most part. Now,
I don't know. I had some Burger
keep,
King earlier. It was good.
Yeah. Now I do have olive oil, and sometimes I'll cook olive oil with butter. And I have to pay attention to the expiration date on the olive oil. Hey, Denise, how are you doing? Asked Beverly. Hey, Beverly. Yes, butter does expire, but then again, I make my own butter as I need it. Otherwise, it was expiring before I could use it up. I have never had mine go out of date because I constantly use it. It's my main go-to cooking item. Oh, we're coming along with this block. So while I'm doing what I'm going to do here, because I'm chain sewing, since I'm going to be putting this last one here, I'm going to go ahead and start or sew the first 2 pieces of this together too. And we'll end up with one of the blocks finished before the other one's finished. Laura, please get off my pedal. Sometimes she lays half off her pillow with her head propped up on my pedal of my sewing machine, and it'll make it go faster when I don't want it to go faster.
You know those lawn pillows that you keep on chairs outside? It was so windy the other day. Our lawn pillow got blown away, and sure enough, my kitty found it very comfortable on the floor. She was like, "Oh, for me!" So she went ahead and took part in hanging out on the pillow.
They like to lay on pillows.
Oh, she loved it. It was so funny. I was like, "Oh, okay, well, there you go. Got yourself a pillow." It's cute.
Rita, I wouldn't mind making my own homemade butter. I just don't have access to the proper amount of cream for that. Cream is expensive. You can buy cream 2 ways. Heavy cream, you can buy it in a 1 liter container or in 0.25 liter containers. And a 1 liter will not make 200 grams of butter. And it costs way more for the cream, the heavy cream, than it does for me to buy butter. So that's why I choose not to make it. If I was in the States, it might be a different story, maybe. Then I could go find me a dairy farm. These scissors are kind of being weird. I wonder if they need oiling.
I just had an issue too.
I don't know. They're a little bit sticky for some reason, and they shouldn't be. Liter cream makes about a pound of butter. But it's still more expensive than buying. My point was it's more expensive to buy the cream to make one thing of butter when I can buy butter for way cheaper than that. And the butter that I buy doesn't have preservatives in it. And butter shouldn't actually have preservatives in it, otherwise it wouldn't be real butter. Let's see, someone else just come in that I missed. Rita, I saw a little doodad. It was a mason jar with a twist thing you could crank, and it makes butter for okay if it works. And Andy says, I made zucchini bread last night, finally. Oh, nice. And Deborah, because the buttermilk biscuits are so easy to make and delicious. Yes, they are. Yum, yum. My mom used to put buttermilk in her biscuits. There's always ways to use up buttermilk. Biscuits, pancakes,
Cornbread.
Yep. That's why it never goes to waste in my house. Freaking buttermilk has gotten pricey here.
Excuse me. Sometimes I get confused. Okay, and this goes.
It's weird how some things has gotten pricey while other, like eggs has not changed in the 14 years I've lived here.
I'm a slow sewer today.
When I do buy butter, it is the Irish butter. Yeah, I know which company you're talking about because I can buy their cheese here.
What kind of cheese do you like?
The only cheese that I really like to buy here is a mild cheddar that I can get my hands on, and sometimes I buy Haverty, and I definitely buy Parmesan cheese, fresh Parmesan cheese. The rest of the cheeses that are in that cheese box, I have no idea what they are, and so I don't want to spend high price. We saw a small amount of cheese the other day. It was 79 kroners, and me and Nikolai are looking at it like, why is this one cost more than the rest? You know, and they're all pricey as it is. There must be some reason why they want 80 kroners for that specific cheese.
Kroners.
Heck, Parmesan cheese for a wedge of parm, it's like 65 Danish kroners. And that's expensive.
Is that the first thing you guys do when Nikolai gets home? Stock up on groceries so you could.
I already stock up. I buy groceries once a month usually, and then I go to the store for things I run out of.
Yeah. I meant like when he comes home, that would be the first thing. I'd get all my snacks and then stay home for a couple of weeks.
Yeah. I had already stocked the freezer before he got home, so all that was left is him going snack hunting.
Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. Getting all your snacks.
Yeah.
Gotta have your snacks.
He loves his
Speaking
snack.
of, I'm gonna miss snacks.
I love Sprouts Farm cheese. She says, oh man, it's so good. I've never heard of it. And Denise says, everything is pricey with all the issues going on with oil. There are going to be a lot of things that will no longer be made or won't be able to afford. Things were pricey before the war started, unfortunately. We'll see how it affects. If there's supposed to be no fuel hikes for the rest of this year for us.
Gas has gone up $1.50 in a week over here.
Which I don't understand what the deal is with that. If the United States is making their own oil, why does it matter about prices from overseas? It makes me realize maybe the United States isn't producing enough oil, so they're buying it from overseas, which, you know, the consumer is having to put the bill for. I've never understood that scenario, even when I was young, because, you know, when we were doing that war because of 9/11 and fuel prices got driven up. And I'm like, well, if our country's so full of oil, why the heck are we buying from overseas anyway? I mean, Texas is one of the suppliers of oil, aren't they?
You bet. I don't understand either. I don't understand, like I said, how we ran out of
Yeah.
energy and electricity.
I think that energy thing happened because there was ice all over the plant or something. Maybe, I don't know. I don't know the whole story behind it, but I just know that y'all's power grid went out and that was not good.
Exactly.
That's the first time I've ever seen Texas without a power grid.
That was the craziest thing ever. Like, say what?
I'm like, and when they said that they had their own power grid, I'm like, wait a minute, so you don't buy power from other states?
So what? I think all of ours goes out to California. I don't know.
Hey, Carrie, she says, I just spent $80 to fill my car today. Ouch. Owie, that hurts.
That's what I'm worried about my market tomorrow. I'm going to spend half of it. I mean, I'm already going to be in the hole with gas. So we'll see.
Jaja says, probably just using it as an excuse to charge us more. Probably.
Mm-hmm.
Because if the United States has so much oil, why do they care what's going on over here?
Controlled.
When the kids were little, I would sit them on the floor with the mason jar full of cream and have them roll the jar back and forth until they made butter. Those were the days. Carrie, how you doing? Hey, they have Tillamook cheese here in Greenland. I've seen that here. But I've never bought any of it. Hey, Shirley, it's good to see you. John Justice, I think Texas is probably privately owned power things. Denise says there's an explanation. It makes sense. You can Google it to get the information. Shirley says that is what I think too. Any excuse to raise prices. Yep. You can go to the factory in Oregon for a tour of Tillamook. And Rita says, Katie, do not buy it. You won't go back to the other cheese. Depends on what kind of cheese it is, Rita. I wish I could get Colby and Jack cheese here, but I can't. I miss having access to Colby and Jack
Mm, mm,
because they
mm,
make great mac and cheese.
mm, mm. Do you make your mac and cheese homemade?
Yeah, I don't make mac and cheese from the box. My kids weren't raised on the box. So every year around Thanksgiving, Mom, will you remind me how to make the cheese sauce for the mac and cheese? I'm like, oh, of course I will. Because I use 4 cheeses in the mac and cheese.
Yeah. And do you use like
I use Colby and Jack, and I hand shred it. I don't buy the pre-shredded because they add things to the pre-shredded.
Yeah.
That I don't want in the mac and cheese. And then I also put cheddar in there with it. And I use American cheese, not the processed, or not the cheese food, but the other one. That's the only processed cheese I use. And I use it on the top. And then I put the shredded cheese on top of that. The kids love it.
Any disturbance?
Police truck? Is
Yeah,
that a jail
what kind?
truck?
What kind?
I don't know.
What's this?
Oh, it's a canine unit. Oh, that's cool. Oh, let me steal the German Shepherds.
No way, Jose.
I'm going to steal the German Shepherds out. A canine truck.
how cute. Look at the German Shepherd. How cute.
That's super cute.
I'm not gonna snatch my dog.
Well, why not?
You already got snatched several of mine already.
Yeah, I know. I keep taking them.
You what? You keep taking the snacks?
I keep taking the German Shepherds from his Lego stuff.
Like
Oh.
Yeah.
uh-huh.
I keep taking them and putting them in my little collection that's in the craft room. It's a big joke between us. He's like, he'll come in there and say, Nan, see, you're not getting these. And then later I go by and snatch them anyway. Let me see here. How long have we been live now? Oh, we're doing pretty good. We're an hour and a half, almost an hour and a half in the live now. Rita says, when I make mac and cheese, cook the needles and then cut up the cheese and put them on top. See, I make a cheese sauce with mine. I melt the cheese all together. No, wait. Yeah, I make a cheese sauce is what I do. And then I mix it into the noodles or into elbow pasta. That's what I used. It's the elbow ones. And then I cover the top. I also make my lasagna similar, only I don't make cheese sauce. I take jack cheese, Colby, cheddar, and shred them all first. And then I mix them all together. And then I take a couple of eggs and whip them up real good. And I pour that mixture into the cheese. And then I blend it all in together so that it's good and sticky. And then when I get my I make my meat sauce, I make a red meat sauce, homemade from scratch. And then I layer my, I start with the bottom layer of lasagna noodles on the bottom. And then I put the red meat sauce on top of that. And then I put that crumbled up cheese on that, then put the next layer on, and I keep doing it. And I do it in a deep baking dish that, like what you cook bread in. I use one of those, I forget what, loaf pans, because it usually takes 2 loaf pans to make the amount of lasagna I usually make. And sometimes I still have some left over and I end up with putting them in other baking pans, because what I do is a lot of times I'll the ones, if I end up with extra, I will line the pan with plastic and then stick them in the freezer to freeze it, take them out and then freeze them in freezer bags. And then later down the road, when I don't want to cook, I have frozen, ready to cook lasagna to put in the oven.
Exactly what I do.
Shirley says, my son-in-law makes amazing cheese sauce for the mac and cheese. So much better than the box of, oh, definitely. Anything's better than that box of crap. Andy says she uses Colby and extra sharp and sometimes Gouda. I haven't tried Gouda because I'm a little afraid that the smell is going to put me off. Mac and cheese recipes are a family thing. You can go to 10 different homes and not one of them will have the same taste. Exactly. There's no right and wrong. Yep, pretty much. Then Sylvie says, I make a cheese sauce too. I like cube bread on top. Yep, I've seen that recipe too. And Cindy says, you're making me so hungry. And Andy says she's added cottage cheese. See, I don't like cottage cheese. That's why I don't put it in my lasagna. Because I can't stand cottage cheese. It's funny. We all have different ways of doing it. Andy says Gouda is milder. Okay, I'll have to look into seeing if I can buy a small amount and try it. I'm so reluctant to try cheese here because it's so expensive. And I hate wasting food money. You know, I really don't like it at all. Because, you know, you throw it out because it didn't taste good. Of course, knowing Nikolai, he probably would eat it if I decided I didn't like it. He does not let anything go to waste, pretty much. It has to be really bad to let him before he won't eat something. Patty LaBelle uses 6 cheeses. Gouda is one of them. I will have to test that in some homemade mac and cheese.
So third row, number 3. 1, 2, 3.
Andy says she doesn't like stinky cheese. That makes 2 of us. The smell is usually what puts me off on some cheeses. Now, my mom, she loved extra sharp cheddar cheese. You know who else likes extra sharp cheddar cheese? My son does. And I'm like, how is it that you like extra sharp? Oh, no, Mom. I know you never gave it to us when we were kids. I said, no, because I didn't put anything on the table that I wouldn't eat. But I didn't believe in making the food table a war zone like what I grew up in. And so anything I didn't eat, I didn't make.
Why waste food?
Yeah, exactly. It's funny, every now and then one of them will say, Mom, guess what I ate today? I don't know. And they'll tell me, I'm like, you ate that? Well, you never put it on our table for us to try. I said, I didn't put anything on the table that I didn't eat myself because I didn't believe in turning the food table into a war zone. It shouldn't be that way. A food table is supposed to be where you sit down with your family, enjoy each other's company, and definitely enjoy what you're eating. Used to be, you know, every now and then, you know, kids are kids, you know, and they would say, Mom, I don't, they'll not, they'll say, I don't like this, or they'll say, I don't want to eat this. And I'll tell them, I said, okay, you know, you can leave the table. Once you leave the table, don't come back. And also when you come back an hour later and say, Mom, I'm hungry, I want a snack, it's going to be, nope, no snack. So they learned that pulling this little stunt of, I don't like something, when I knew they did because they've eaten it their whole life. They just didn't want to eat it that night for whatever reason. It made
Try to pull a fast one on you, huh?
Yeah. What they were wanting is what was going to be tasty after, the even more tasty, like something sweet, you know.
Pulling a fast one, yeah.
or they knew ice cream was in the freezer, or there was candy sitting over on the counter, or, you know, any of those things. Like, nope, not happening. You didn't finish what was on your plate. But I wouldn't pile food on their plate either. I put enough on there what I thought was a serving for their age. And if they wanted more, then they could reach over to the bowl and get it themselves, you know?
Yeah.
Why would it turn into a war zone? Why? You have no idea, Denise. And we're not going to talk about it. But growing up was a war zone at the dinner table when I was growing up. It always was a war zone. Some of us didn't have exciting childhoods.
I didn't have a childhood. I worked. At age 8, I was busting tables for my family's restaurant. At age 10, I was running the
Wow.
register.
So your childhood got stolen from you a different way.
Big time. I worked. I
Mhm.
was serving. I've always served. I've always
Yeah.
helped others, and
It's
that's how I
sad
know.
when your childhood gets stolen from you when it shouldn't have been stolen to start with.
And at age 13, 14, I was driving my family members across Texas from city to city to visit other family members. But because I was, I guess, mature and confident and competent, more so than others in my family, I guess. Oh, I remember driving my grandmother and my aunt out of town from one city to another, and I braked real hard. My aunt was in the back. My aunt who owns the restaurants, by the way.
Mhm.
I braked her. She was taking a nap in the back of the car. It was like a big Lincoln. And I braked and she rolled into the bottom of the floor. It was kind of
Oh
funny.
no.
That was kind of like, I don't know, a highlight of being that young
Shirley
driving.
says she always just asked her kids to eat 2 bites. If they didn't like it, that was okay. Yeah.
Try it out.
And then Bonnie, hey Bonnie, she says Bonnie says my mom always put a jar of peanut butter on the dinner table next to a plate of bread in case we didn't prefer what she cooked. Yeah. It was like when my mom made beef stew or chili, I would make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches instead. And that's what I sat down and ate if I could, you know, unless there was already something going on at the dinner table.
That's sweet to have an
An
alternate.
outlet, yeah.
Back to serving. I make everybody in my family whatever they want. Special, everything special.
Yeah. Shirley says, I got in trouble for not eating what was in front of me. I hated spaghetti and was made to eat it or get a spanking. Yep, war zone. There you go.
Oh,
Shirley's war zone. My dad's doing until the time he made me eat and I ended up throwing up. Yep, see? War zone. That should not occur at a dinner table.
my husband has stories like that.
It creates triggers for people like me when things get abusive at the dinner table. And the other thing is it creates an eating problem. And children shouldn't have to be put through all that. You know, if you don't eat what's on your plate and then an hour later you want more food, then that's why I would tell them, no, you didn't eat what was on your plate. Because you had the opportunity to eat enough to be satisfied. But I never ever sat there and lectured or screamed at them and made them eat, you know. Or like Shirley pointed out, got spanked. Yeah, that should never happen at a table. Oh, you had to go part hunting again? My grandma's cooking wasn't always tasty. Mine was better. I never forced my kids to eat because I didn't want to clean up vomit. Yeah, see? Mine would just make us clean up our vomit and then beat us. Your parents were so nice, says Jaja. Andy says she needs a nap. Carrie says, I had my kids take 3 bites. The first two were to get used to it, and the third one was always a decision of like it or not. Yep.
That's cute. I love that.
Me too.
Perfect. Making decisions for yourself. All right, buddy, you decide if you like it or not. I've always joked around with my daughter because, you know, they start off not liking this, only ketchup or whatever. And I always tell her, oh, we've graduated to mustard. All right.
You know what's interesting about ketchup? Because my kids liked ketchup when they were young, but now I think it's the youngest daughter. She doesn't eat ketchup. And when I asked her why she didn't eat ketchup, I don't like ketchup. And I'm like, you don't? So I guess our taste buds change even, in childhood. I couldn't stand eating shrimp.
Mm-hmm.
It was nothing to do with my mom's cooking because my mom was an exceptional cook. That's where I learned how to cook. And I just didn't like shrimp. And now as an adult, I love shrimp.
Yeah. It changes, that's for sure, our tastes. I remember I never used to like mayonnaise, like Hellman's, but just Miracle Whip. But now I forget Miracle Whip. I'm all about Hellman.
Yeah, same here. Same.
So I've graduated.
Jaja says, what a nightmare. Yep. Sylvia says, thumbs up, everyone. Thank you for that, Sylvia. Yes, please hit that like button. And Carrie says, they usually ask for more because I only put 3 bites of new food on their plate to begin with. Yep. And that's how you do, young children. And Denise says, I tried to cook the dishes that I knew we all liked that seemed to work out. Yep.
Yeah, that's basically what I do here.
Usually kids, if you're not force feeding them or forcing them to eat something, and you don't make a big deal of it, a lot of times they will try it. I mean, I make fresh spinach or sauteed spinach all the time, and none of my kids balked at eating it. But then they would come home and say, Mom, they served spinach at school today, and it was the nastiest, gross stuff I ever ate. I said, that spinach probably came out of a can.
Probably.
And she says, so it tastes different than a can. I said, yes. Why do you think I don't buy canned vegetables? The only canned vegetable I actually bought was green beans.
I love canned green beans.
Yeah, because green beans are fine, but all the rest of it
eat
would
them out
be
of the
fresh
can.
or frozen.
I can eat frozen green beans out of the can.
Because spinach in a can is, oh God, so nasty. And there's no amount of doctoring it's going to fix how slimy it is. That'd be like eating mustard greens out of a can. That's even worse. Shirley says, I need to go do dishes. Then I am going to take a nap. I wasn't able to get sleep till 4 a.m. and up at 8. I hope you get some rest, Shirley. Thank you for dropping in. It's good to see you.
Sweet dreams.
She says, have a great rest of your day, everyone. Good night, everyone.
Thank you.
Shirley. And Jaja says, and I didn't know the tub of butter wasn't butter.
Jaja.
Country crock's supposed to taste just like butter, but all you're doing is eating garbage.
That was funny.
It tasted like butter. Of course it did.
Mhm.
But when you're a kid, your mom's using it. She cooked with butter, but not everything. She always kept country crock in the refrigerator and told us kids to leave the butter alone.
That's kind of how it is here. We cook with sometimes the margarine one,
But I haven't eaten margarine in, goodness gracious, 30 years now.
that was so funny. Matching
Rocco
corners.
says, ha ha, yeah, that's it. Country crock, huh? See, I figured that would, yeah. And Carrie said, yeah, exactly. It does taste like butter. She says it does if you've never had the real stuff. Yeah, it does. It tastes like butter. I agree with you on that.
Hmm? And sometimes the back of my blocks look so hairy. All the thread.
Yeah, sometimes that, especially when you're fairly new to learning how to make these blocks, it's going to be a hot mess on the back. Sometimes when you've been doing it for a while, it's a hot mess on the back.
It's a hot mess right now. It's just like, oh, because I'm not cutting in between. I'm just going and going, and I'm gonna do it at the end. I'm gonna square
Yeah.
at the end. Like I can be doing it in between, but I don't want to. Like that's a waste of time for me.
So I'm thinking since next week is my birthday, I might do a giveaway, but I don't know what kind of giveaway yet.
So you still want to do it live on your birthday?
Oh, I plan on doing it on because we're going to celebrate our birthday. Since our birthdays are 3 days apart, we're going to go celebrate our birthday in between the two birthdays.
Yeah.
That's how we're going to do it. Because I need to go by the hotel and find out if I can bring the Italian cream cake with us.
Ooh la la, hotel.
Well, it's the restaurant there. The thing is I don't know if they'll allow me to bring it into it because I thought what I would do is we should not eat that whole cake, me and Nikolai. Because that cake is loaded. And I'm thinking, well, if they'll let me bring it in, I could share small slices with whoever happens to be in there,
So sweet of
or
you.
share it with the staff.
Kudo points for being sweetie.
Yeah. Hey, because otherwise, you know what? Me and Nikolai will spend the next week and a half grazing on it and talk about a sugar
Calories.
guy. Oh my God.
Mm.
It's been a while since we've had it, so it's going to really taste rich on our tongues.
Yeah. I told you a friend of mine made one, and that is my favorite, by the way, too, Italian cream. And she made one with sugar cane. And I probably almost had a diabetic coma at that day.
Well, how did she get? How did she use it for the frosting part? Because you have to use confectioner for the frosting.
I have no idea. Maybe she grinded it. I don't know.
I
But
was wondering about that.
it was mega sweet.
Because I bet it had an interesting taste using sugar cane instead of processed sugar.
And she says, "You don't have to get such a big piece." I was like, "I didn't get a big piece. Oh my God." We were arguing.
Denise says, I wasn't going to fight folks over food. They were tired too and had schoolwork to do, and Bav's not a big deal if they didn't want to eat. Yep. I have this motto, you should, and this is the way I raised my kids. You shouldn't be doing battle over food ever. If they're not going to eat, they're not going to eat. But once you leave the table, don't come back,
Yeah, get some kind of lesson in there.
Yeah, the lesson is make sure if you're, you leave with, at least having satisfied being hungry, just because you didn't want to sit down to the table or what, because sometimes kids are funny. they're
Mhm.
tired, or they want to go play, and they would rather go play and then eat way late in the evening, which I tried to avoid as much as possible. And
They
whatever
can't
reason,
explain all the changes that are going on. They get mood
yeah.
swings too.
And that's why I would tell them, you leave the table, that means you're done. They won't, I'm not going to cook a hot meal because you decided you were hungry 2 hours later.
You best open a Go-Gurt.
Yeah. So things like fruit was kept in the refrigerator, yogurt was kept because they loved yogurt.
Mm-hmm.
So I kept that in the refrigerator. Sometimes ice cream. I tried to limit ice cream because of the sugar content. The only time they got to splurge on tons of sugar is Thanksgiving and Christmas, when I would make all their favorite sweet treats.
I went and I got me my snacks. I got me my Cheetos. I got me my Nerds and my Skittles, and I'm set.
They were very much into pumpkin pie. They loved the Italian cream cake. And no one, I mean, they sometimes they would eat a piece of my cherry pie because I'm all about cherry pies. I would make the pumpkin pies for them because I don't eat pumpkin. And it's too close to tasting like sweet potatoes, and I have an allergy to sweet potatoes. So anyway, I would make them, and I always made two because between them and their dad, they would wipe them out within the weekend.
Mhm.
But the cherry pie, mostly it got to be mine because rarely did the kids say, Mom, I want a piece of your cherry pie. I'm like, you can go in there and cut you a piece, but don't waste it. The Italian cream cake, they would graze over that. I'd let them have like small slices throughout the week because you can keep that cake in the refrigerator for several days.
You bet.
Denise says canned food saves a lot of us in this world, and there will be a lot of waste of food in this world. Yeah. My baby sister is the only one who got to eat whatever she wanted for dinner. She always wanted cold canned green beans and fruit. Otherwise, she wouldn't eat. That's interesting. Cold green beans. I've eaten them out of the can before.
I love to eat them out of the can.
Oh, when she was a toddler age. You missed the first of my comment. I accidentally hit. Oh, hang on. Let me go see. I missed something. Had a 50-mile drive one way each. She said she had a 50-mile drive one way home each night. Ouch. And then she says, I wasn't going to fight folks over food. They were tired. Okay, I knew I read that one. And then she says, canned food saves a lot of us in the world. There would be a lot of waste of food in the world. And then Jaja's, I read Jaja's. And then she said, she missed the first part of my comment. I accidentally hit the send button too soon. Never ending, not important. Okay. Sorry. Now, Nikolai will tell you that he's had more green vegetables in the last 14 years than he's had in his whole life because I cook vegetables.
I thought I heard Nikolai say salmon like William says salmon.
No, it's salmon. Hey, honey.
Yeah.
Say salmon.
Huh?
Say salmon.
In which language?
Say it in all three languages.
Oh, languages? Okay.
Yeah, say it in all three languages.
Salmon, that will be in English, obviously. What was it? Laks, that's in Danish, L-A-K-S.
I thought it was L-O-X.
Nope, L-A-K-X.
Oh, L-A-K-S. Okay.
Laks.
Laks.
Then Kapisirik.
That's a longer word. How do you spell it? Hang on, let me write it. I'll spell it out in the channel for them. All right, go
Girl.
ahead.
K-A-P-I-S-I-L-I-K.
That's the Greenlandic word. Say it again.
Capacity.
Capacity. Capacity.
Capacity.
Is that P a B or a P
The
sound?
P sound like the B
Oh,
sound.
cabisilic.
Capacity.
There's the sound. Cabisilic. Yeah, that P is a B sound, you guys.
Bad guys hideout.
Oh, okay.
You see, they have a little.
Oh, they have one of those things on top, like what you see on a submarine.
Yep.
That's cool, honey. Is the K a K sound too, or a G sound?
K sound.
Okay. How do you know, babe?
Hmm?
How do you know when it's a K sound versus the G sound?
Oh boy.
Do you know the answer to that? Because like when you say galacet knew not, you're using the G sound at the beginning of that word. Well, I hear G sound, not K sound.
It's K sound.
It's
just different.
What did you lose?
Crowbar.
Oh, it'll probably turn up.
A Lego crowbar.
Ask Nico if the P is also like a B. Yes.
Love it.
And the T, depending on where it is in a word, will have a D sound. It just depends on where it's at in the word. We're going to have 4 blocks here to show you in a minute, and then we're going to start working on making more block. Well, we're going to play choose the blocks to make it more 9-patch blocks. But I need to sew some of them together first, along with the hourglass blocks, which is not a true hourglass, as everyone knows. It looks like a broken dishes or whatever they call it. I just call it hourglass because it looks like an hourglass in the middle of it. So what is everybody working on tonight? Let me know in the chat. What are y'all working on? Or are you just sitting and chilling? Or are you cooking dinner for your family? And if you are cooking dinner, what are you making? What's for dinner at your house tonight, Mona?
Like I said, I had Burger King earlier, so I still have like half a burger. So
And which burger do you like from them anyway?
I had tried their new one, which is it had Swiss mushroom, bacon, and onion rings
Oh, that sounds interesting.
in the burger.
So have you ever eaten their barbecue burger? Because that has onion rings in it too.
I don't think so.
It's usually like like the Whopper Junior barbecue burger. It tastes good that way, but it has barbecue sauce with onion rings on it.
Got it. Yeah, this is my first time trying like a burger with onion rings from there. It wasn't too bad at all. It filled me up. Like I said, I got half of it left. It was filling full.
I love their Whopper with cheese with lettuce and tomatoes on it. But no, wait, I usually have the tomatoes left off, I think. But I also like their double cheeseburgers.
Yeah. The little ones.
The ones that are just, they're not the size of Whoppers, they're the smaller size.
Right, the little ones. Yeah.
Yeah, the little ones. Yeah.
We used to love those too.
Yeah.
You all want to hear a funny thing? I was dating this guy in high school. We dated forever. And we went to the movies and he wanted to sneak some burgers in. So we went to go get some burgers and he ordered like 6. He was like, "And what do you want?" And he looked at me and I was like, okay. It's, all 6 of those were his.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, when he turned
6?
around, he was like,
Wow.
"I'll have 6 double cheeseburgers." And then he looked at me, he was like, "And what do you want?" And I was like, one of those burgers, maybe?
Oh, wow. 6. Well, my goodness.
Yeah.
Somebody must have had a very healthy appetite.
It
That's too funny.
was. I was like, you can hear the record scratch like, what did I just
Excrete? Like, what did you just say?
say? I love telling that story because it is true and it is mine.
And I'm not the only one that would sneak things into the theater. I would sneak my drinks in the theater with me.
Lately I carry a bottled water with me everywhere. So
Yeah.
I do take me a water, but I do also get to get
It
the
was
pop.
usually bottled water I would have in my purse.
Yeah, I like to get their popcorn and soda deal. Not gonna lie.
There's nothing better than theater popcorn. So I'd always
Yeah.
buy the popcorn, but always have bottled water in my purse.
Yeah. Lately I always have to have bottled water now. In my system, seems like.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if I've ever snuck in something from a burger place or not.
We did.
So.
Now they just serve food there, so that's no, yeah. We just get the food there and they bring it to you. They have like a restaurant, blah blah blah.
Okay, looks like we got 4 blocks to press. Y'all will get to see in just a minute because these are all what everybody helped choose the setup for. Y'all will get to see them, and then we're gonna do the same thing here directly. Once I have this pile to sew together, and then we're gonna do the same thing if we still have enough time. And I need to know. Let's see. We are about 9 minutes away for the answer of the poll. So if you've not voted on the poll, please vote, because then I'm going to give the answer that you'll need to write down. And I will reshare the link for the form. And just keep in mind that tonight's question is not on the form yet. I will add it after the live. I can always order it, or I can always add it during the live, but I'd rather not if I can help it. All right, let's get these 4 blocks pressed and then I'll show them to you and then we'll start with the other part. And for those who's wondering about this one, we'll have a talk about this one. This is the one where I had to tear it apart to take off because I used 4 patches of cornerstone when there should not have even been there. Which is like, I can't believe I did that. But, oh yes, I can. All right. Let's get these pressed out. Oh, and the iron's asleep again, I see. Still not hot enough. Oh, that's better. Are they answering my questions about it? Okay, yep, they're answering questions.
I watched an old movie last night.
Huh?
I watched an old movie last night.
What'd you watch?
One of my old favorite movies, I'm embarrassed to say, but it's Beastmaster.
Oh, remember that hunk of a guy that played the beast. That was that guy. What's his name?
You want me to tell you?
Yeah,
Mark Singer.
yeah.
Yeah, I know. I was like remembering why I liked it so much.
Did you see that they have a new Masters of the Universe movie?
Yes, I did.
Have you been to see it?
No, ma'am.
I'm just curious if it's a decent enough movie or if it's just as silly as the old ones were.
I tell you what, if my kiddo and I see it, I'll let you know.
Okay.
I won't be surprised if we do. But I don't know. She's kind of picky lately.
Oh, I see a mistake on this one. I need to fix this. This one's out of alignment.
But yeah, I was like, man, no wonder I like this. Like, this dude's hot. And his outfit, he's like running around naked half the movie.
Yeah.
Know. And she's beautiful. Tanya Roberts.
Yeah, I don't know who that new guy is they got playing him.
But yeah, I fell all in love all over again last night.
I'll bet.
Woo.
I was on a Highlander kick last week.
Were you?
Oh, it's because Henry Cavill's they're going to be rebooting the Highlander lore and everything, and so he's going to be playing the Highlander. So it's going to be interesting because we're probably not going to see him without his shirt much. Because Christopher Lambert, I guess in the first movie you saw skin.
That is the only reason to be watching them shows, girl. Some skin action.
I think Henry Cavill will do it justice because I think it was pretty crappy of Warner Brothers to ditch him before he finished out the Superman thing.
Yeah, he was so beautiful.
Yeah, and I loved the darkness or how he played a darker version of Superman. But I also liked Christian Bale playing Batman. He did it so freaking well.
Yeah, he did.
I'm not all that thrilled with Patterson playing Batman. It just doesn't work for me. And I like Patterson on Pattinson on some of his other stuff, but
yeah, he's a little too puny to be angry Batman.
Yeah, he don't even look like an angry Batman. That's
Batman's angry. He don't look angry.
And the other person who didn't work was Ben Affleck. I didn't think he made a good Batman either.
Oh, he was sloppy. He's very sloppy as a Batman.
And I like Ben Affleck and other stuff. I just didn't like him as Batman.
Sure, yeah.
I mean, some stars try to be something, and it's like, nope,
that is not superhero material. Sorry, Ben Affleck fans out there.
But I tell you who I have enjoyed the most watching his career change over time has been Denzel Washington.
That's interesting.
Yeah, because the last few movies he's been doing is for what's the name of those? Because I think he's done 4 so far. And
The Equalizer.
I would have never thought of him being Mr. Badass.
The Equalizer.
Yeah, The Equalizer. He's done such a super job with that.
I have yet to see any of those.
You would not have thought to see,
Okay.
Darker persona. I'm kind of wondering why we haven't had a black Batman yet.
Right. Wasn't the original one black?
I don't know.
No. That was the Green Lantern. Green Lantern was originally black.
Yeah. Yeah, Batman. I don't think they've ever used a.
Yeah, so I was getting
With
confused with
color.
Green Lantern.
Yeah.
I might have to do that top one over again. Wait, babe.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen a person of color playing Batman.
Yeah, you're right. No. I was confused. Okay, I'm gonna come in a little.
Okay, so here's let me make sure I have this. Yeah. So here's the first one that y'all helped pick.
Pretty. I like the green straight across. Bingo.
Yeah. This is the second one y'all helped with.
Pretty. I like yellow.
Who's not aging well?
Ben Affleck, probably.
And then there's this one.
Man, you're fast. You did all those right now while we were chatting?
No, I had two of them partially done. I had the this part done.
I do.
Yeah, I just needed to put this on it. Okay. And this one I'm gonna show it to you, but we're going to pull part of it apart because I have a big boo-boo that I am not going to be able to ignore. And this one was also y'all helped me choose the colors for. But I need to fix something in it.
Very good, very good.
Mark Singer hasn't aged well.
Oh, Mark Singer hasn't aged well.
I tell you who has aged well, and that is he started out as MacGyver and then he ended up on Stargate. Richard Dean Anderson. He has aged well. All right, I need to. What I'm fixing on here, just so you know, is we have right here, right there. That is over a quarter of an inch out, or a quarter, or more than an eighth of an inch out of alignment, and it affected this whole part right here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rip from the center here all the way out and realign it, and it should be okay. So that's what I'm gonna do. I could ignore it, but I don't want to ignore it. I'm gonna fix this because it's fixable.
Me too. I'm fixing something on my lines aren't lining up, so my rows. So I'm gonna take out a fourth from this guy.
Okay, it's time to do the answer.
Okay.
Has every and I know there's gonna be a delay. Has everyone voted on the poll? Let me know in the chat that you voted. Yes, you have, or no, you haven't. And Carrie says, yes, he has, talking about the aging well thing.
Oh, you're so beautiful. I almost want to watch it again because he's so beautiful.
Who?
I could put Mark Singer and
Yeah.
Beastmaster. I could put it on
You know
mute.
who else I liked was the guy that played in Airwolf. I can't think of his name at the moment. Jan Michael Vincent, I think that's his name. I liked watching him too. Airwolf didn't, I don't remember how many seasons of Airwolf there was, but and then after that he just dropped off the planet. But from what I read, he had either a drug problem or an alcohol problem, one of the two.
And I got me some dibs on Daniel Craig.
Let's see. Yes. Denise is not on my Google search. So if you haven't voted, please vote it because I'm about to give the answer. I know most of you probably already knew the answer because I've spent a good amount of time complaining about the way people pronounce the capital of Greenland because of how it's spelled. Common sense would dictate, you don't say it the way people are saying it. And reporters are the worst ones about it, and some politicians that aren't from Greenland. Uh-oh, Chris says she got it wrong. All right. So everyone has voted. Okay, because I'm about to give the answer. Let's see how many voted first. We have 42 votes. So what is the capital of Greenland? Is it Sissimut, which 7% voted on, 12% voted on Ilulissat, 21% voted on Reykjavik, and I'm going to ask about that in a minute, and 60% voted on Nuuk. The answer is Nuuk.
Yeah,
It's
I got it
not
right.
Nook, it's Nuuk. Those two U's indicate drawing out that long U sound. When you see two vowels side by side in a Greenlandic word, or two vowel or two consonants side by side, that means that whatever that sound is, you draw out as a long sound. People paid to speak need to be more careful. I know, right, Sylvia? If you're a reporter, you should already know how to pronounce stuff. Don't assume you know it, especially English speaking people.
So what's the correct pronunciation?
Nuke.
Nuke.
Like a nuke, like
a nuke bomb.
Yeah, not nook. And it's always hilarious when you hear. I knew how to say it before I ever moved here. Okay, now I don't want you to tell me who it is that voted for Reykjavik, but who knows where Reykjavik is actually located? Please tell me in the chat. Where is Reykjavik? And don't go look it up. I can tell you it's not in Greenland. It's not in Greenland. So tell me where you think it is. There is an airport there, actually. Where is Reykjavik located?
Copenhagen?
Nope, that's Denmark. Now, Denise has got the answer. Iceland is where Reykjavik is. Yep. All right, so 60% of you got the answer right. Congratulations. So make sure you write down the question, and the answer is Nuuk. And then I'll get that question put up on y'all's form so you can answer the question, because I noticed that some people are actually doing the form as we go along. Let me see how many people have been doing it as we go along. That's not the form I'm looking for. Where are you? So this one is no longer active. Give me a minute while I find the form, you guys, so I can see how many people is actually doing it as we go along. I need to find Google Forms. Actually, I'll see if I can't add it on there since I'm going there anyway. All right, hang on a minute. While I'm doing that, what's everybody's weather like today? Are you cold? Because I know that there was going to be one more Arctic blast.
It's freaking hot over here. It's like 88.
88, so it's already hot, huh?
But it was like 30 on Monday.
Okay, looks like. Ooh, no one's done one? Wait a minute. Okay, yeah, no one's doing it as you go along. Okay, I'll have to feel guilty for not having the next question up then. All right, let me go ahead and put the question in on the form though, since I'm already in here. Maybe it'll let me. Oh, wrong. Putting the mouse in the wrong place. Question's been added. Okay. And let me share the link again for the form in case you don't know how to get there. And any of you that haven't started filling, you don't have to fill it out now. Really, you don't. You can wait till the end. But I am sharing the link again so you guys can find it easy enough without any trouble. There's the link for that. There you go. Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm going to just rip this out and fix it. And then I'll go ahead and start sewing the next set of 4 patch blocks along with the hourglass blocks. We're going to do both of those. We're going to work on them 2 hours in. And the other question I guess I have is, how long are you going to want to stay? Mona's number one.
I'm planning to finish this block here, so I don't know, another hour maybe.
Okay. All right. So, because I'm not ready to shut the live off. I would like to go longer. So when you decide you're done with, you don't want to do anything, let me know and we'll shut it down then. Okay.
Yeah.
But I want to sew for a little while.
I might take a break or something, you know.
I know at some point I got to go do a bio thing. I have to keep putting it off.
I might
and fill up my cup because my cup needs more drink.
I think I'm gonna get a soda actually, yeah. But
And
I want to finish this.
Anytime you want to get up and go do either one, go ahead.
Okay.
I don't expect you to sit the whole time and not do nothing.
I'm busy. I planned to make I cut it out last night. I said, okay, I'm gonna leave it for the live. That way I'm actually work on something.
Jaja, that probably is definitely for Saturday. I will. Let me see who. Hang on a second. Let me look at my calendar for a minute. Friday is the one where I'm trying to be more mindful because there's so many lives on Friday. And Shonda and I are doing socialites on Friday, so that's what we're doing tomorrow. And Becca, wait, hang on a minute. Yeah, I don't have any guests on there. So yeah, I'm definitely Saturday. I'll run my live a lot longer. Unless, okay, here's the thing. It used to be no one was on Saturday nights after me. And now Jaja does her lives around 10 o'clock my time, I think. So I don't know if she's doing a live this Saturday or not. I'll look into it. So I may leave the live up anyway, and y'all go visit Jaja and then come back if you want. But I definitely will run it long because I want to do some sewing. But if you need, yeah. So that's the plan. Definitely for Saturday, I will. For Friday, probably not. I'll probably run a 3-hour live and then get off. I thought as reporters, you were supposed to do research on what you're reporting on, not play parrot. Just saying. If you're going to talk about a story about Greenland, wouldn't you educate yourself before you report on it?
You would think, sweetie.
I would think so. Because you're not much of a reporter if you're just repeating everything like a parrot.
Would have been a greenhorn.
Yeah.
Oh,
I am really, I know you hear me constantly say I try to correct how I say people's names because I do it and I'm not, and I struggle with Mona's name because I don't
about it. Just
well, I know you don't care, but I care.
But that's just it. It's been forever since my family's been around to even so Mona is just fine. Honestly, my family's gone. So
now there is times where no matter how hard I try, I might not be able to pronounce the name properly, but at least I try.
I have an Easter egg for you.
There's Greenlandic names that, like, we have a small town over off the East Coast, and the name is long, and I can't pronounce it. I have to get Nikolai to come in here and say it.
I have an Easter egg for you. You want to hear it?
Sure.
My necklace is from Moana.
Oh yeah. I like her name, Moana.
I thought that was funny
That
because
is funny.
my daughter and I we've been called that. Believe me, that's our hair and our color and everything else.
Jaja says for Saturday, I'll get a Pepsi, haha. And then Jaja says, who's the reporter? It's most of them. None of them say it right. Well, no, I've heard a couple say it right. And then Carrie says, that's how Cronkite did it. Yeah. If you're going to be a reporter and you're going to report news, you need to make sure you know stuff,
Yep.
not play parrot. And I know that's a harsh way of putting it, but it's the only way I know to put it. Parrots, people, they repeat what they hear, not actually do, educate themselves in it.
Aqua?
Hello, Carrie.
Well, this might be a sloppy mess, but it's
Sometimes when things are a sloppy mess and if it bugs you enough, you end up making a new one, you have yourself an orphan block. You know what I mean? Don't take it all apart because, unless you think you can fix it. Yours has a lot of moving parts, so I'm looking forward to seeing how it comes out.
Well, here's row number uno. And here's dose.
Dubrovka says, Katie, you were so good pronouncing my name from day one. I think the only reason I can do that is because I've been living over here. I don't know if I would have said it right if I was still a Florida girl. Hey, Raven, how are you? Raven just dropped in.
Hello.
Ow. Now, I hadn't poked myself once until now.
Man, the other day I sliced the tip of my finger off with this guy.
That's not good. How in the world did you do that? That's what I want to know.
I was cutting and I just went, and there was the tip of my finger.
Oh my God. It hurt?
It did. It took a good little the skin off. And it feels a little like how do you say, paper thin at the moment?
Yeah. Be careful with your fingers and rotary cutters.
No.
Sometimes I think I get a little close to mine, especially if I'm using a smaller ruler.
I was just probably at an awkward. I don't like standing up, so I probably should have.
Yeah, I do stand up a lot when I cut.
I probably should have just stood up and been done with it. All right, I'm gonna need a couple.
Probably the only time I don't actually stand up maybe is when, and why do we have so much give in this one? Is probably when I'm paper piecing. And then every now and then I still stand up even for that. What size block are you doing, says Carrie? These are 12.5-inch blocks.
Mine might be in a 9x9. Well, you guys probably know it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows of 2x2s. So 6, 10, 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 6x6. 6 rows of 6
What do you
each.
do that for? Touch the wrong button. All right, let's stick this in here and get this sewn back. Now let's see if it fixed itself.
Oh my God, did you see Mona's short of her FedEx driver?
No, what happened?
She's got, I guess, a door cam on the door front porch, and the FedEx driver, you could see him clear as day. The FedEx truck's in the back. He's got his uniform on. He's dropping off a box, but he doesn't drop it off. He throws it on her porch.
Uh-oh. That's not cool.
Not cool at all. And she's got it clear as day on video. Oh my goodness.
I hope she didn't have anything breakable in that box.
Yeah, I don't think so. She actually commented that. Everybody was like, "What the I would call blah blah blah." And sure, yeah,
that would have been calling UPS.
She's got him red-handed. I mean, talk about the proof is in the pudding. She's got it. I just about rolled out when I saw it. I was like, "What the?" Just dude, he just throws it on there.
Some people are just
rude.
Plain outright rude.
You gotta watch it. It's great.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not great, but
I know what you're saying. Yeah, I'll go have a look at it.
She busted him big time.
It's kind of like when the box got here with the caterpillar in it. All that one end of it had been crushed. I was like freaking out. Because I knew what was in the box to start with. Because I knew what was being, she had told me what she was gifting me. And, but when I pulled it out, everything was A-okay. The way Caterpillar packed, or the way she packed, I think she packed the box actually. The way she packed the box worked and nothing got damaged, thank goodness. But sometimes it amazes me the condition stuff gets over here. Boxes smushed and not a thing has happened inside. And other times it was so smushed that it looked like the shipping company had put tape over the holes. And then when I go through my stuff, I'm like, there's stuff missing out of here.
Yeah, man, you can see that driver. He just tossed it on her porch. Oh, embarrassing for him. Embarrassing.
He's going to have some explaining to do if she decides to report it. And if I were her, I would report it.
I think the fact that she posted it is going to be damaging enough.
I know, right?
Yep. Because someone's going to say, hey, that's so-and-so. And some boss is going to be like, oh, no.
Can't have us getting a bad name over a YouTube video.
I think the fact that it is posted is damaging.
Yep.
Damaging.
I mean, I'll hate it that the person lost his job, but it's his stupidity.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe a public apology would be nice.
Yeah.
Definitely address the issue.
Right now, people just can't afford to be losing their jobs.
Yeah, buddy.
Especially if they have a family to feed. But, you got to take responsibility for your actions.
I had a driver once ask me a question, and he was like, he had a potty mouth, and it was, I didn't care. I didn't report him or anything, but he was like, what the F and what's that? And
oh no, really? It was
it was F-bomb after F-bomb. It's like, this guy he's wild.
Who the fuck it?
It was basically beep and beep and beep beep.
Have you ever wondered when that word was first invented?
What?
The F-bomb.
Oh.
Who invented it and when was it invented?
Google it. Google it.
I haven't got around. Every time I think about Googling it, I forget. But I'm wondering what century it actually started in. And it's interesting for that word because apparently it's universal. Because when I first moved over here to Greenland, you know how any young person, no matter where they live at, some people's got to put graffiti on the wall, and it had F the police on the wall. And I looked at it and I said, Nikolai, they actually used the English version of that word here.
All right.
Because apparently there's not an actual Greenlandic word for that F part.
Oh.
I mean, there's words to.
It's universal.
there's words to imply, if it's related to when people get together. I'm trying to keep this clean.
Like I could tell you the Spanish part of the version of it.
I know what the Spanish version of shit is. Yeah, I've heard two different versions, so I don't know which one's true. Caca, or is it mierda?
Both actually.
Yeah, because I know mierda means
Mierda
the
is
same
like when you
thing.
shit on yourself.
Yeah,
And the other one is the actual stuff.
yeah.
One's an action and one's the actual.
It's always funny with these words.
And in Spanish, basically the F bomb is like almost pinche chingao.
Mm-hmm.
Pinche, like, just mother.
That looks bitter. Jackie says, I got my camera. My neighbor picked up my welcome mat and threw it down this. Oh, what?
You got one of them stories too.
Oh boy, busted big time. My
Busted.
goodness. That's too funny. The things people think they can get away with doing, man. Jaja said she just got a package recently, sent in the thing plastic wrap package stuff, and it was all ripped up. UPS, United States Postal Service, but the fabric was okay. Yeah, it was like my Cotton Cuts Clue 1 that I finally got. I let them know up at Cotton Cuts about. See, we got 2 Cotton Cuts pins. Normally, let me see if I can find, because I have some with the cap still on them. Hang on a second. Yeah, okay. Let me spotlight this. I want to show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to spotlight this and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Now, those of you who receive Cotton Cuts probably know what I'm going to say.
I actually saw it the other day.
Yeah. So when you get I've opened this, or I've clicked the on button of the pin. And I hope, can you see that pink tip on the end of that? That's like a little wax cap. So it keeps the ink from leaking out when it's being shipped. These 2, when I opened my package, they were sitting open and I didn't think anything about it, that the caps were missing. See, there's no wax cap on them. So when I got ready to work on the first, which was on my live, I found 2 black marks on one of the half triangles. And I'm like, what in the world? And I knew I didn't do it. And then it occurred to me, well, they packed these pins, they put them inside of Clue 1 on top of all the pre-cut or die cut stuff they were doing. And then I had also ordered 2 pillowcase cases, kits, along with 2 oops kits. So they shoved all that into one bag. So when the bag got here, the bag was very beaten up. And when I pulled the pins out of the actual Clue, I didn't think anything about. I saw that they were open, that they had been clicked, but it didn't occur to me to look at my fabric and make sure they were okay. And then when I come across that half triangle on the top having pin marks on it, I realized I didn't even really pay attention until I noticed the pin marks. And what had happened was they had packed all that in a bag. And, these bags go through conveyor belts and everything else. And at some point during their jostling, these pins got pushed open. And because of the friction, because these little caps that come on these pins up here that keeps the ink from leaking out, they're easy to just pop them off. So the friction of it being rolled around, rubbed around, and because they were open, so the wax caps came off, and that's why there was ink on my Clue. So I wasn't upset about it because, maybe they didn't think about that when they were packing them inside the Clue. So I sent an email letting them know, you might want to not put the pins inside with the Clues, put them on the outside, or either wrap the pins in plastic themselves so that they don't leak all over your clues. And because I didn't, she says, well, we can send you a replacement triangle. I said, well, I have an oops kit, so don't worry about it. Because it would have took 2 months to see it, and I'm like, I'm not waiting. I want to do my clue, and I did it. Okay. Raven says Kaka means uncle on my father's side in Gujarati. How do you say that, Raven? Is that you sound a long sound or a short sound? Beverly says pretty. I think Nancy Guthrie should have had a camera on her roof. Poor lady, still not found. I know, that's really sad.
That is sad.
She's probably passed away, which is sad to lose your mother that way. All right, so now we got those 4 blocks done. We're going to do some more. I really need to be, I'll be right back, Mom. Let me turn the spotlight off.
I kind of screwed up, but oh, okay.
I'll be right back. I need to do a Bible.
Feel like a concert, take intermission. Sorry, am I supposed to be talking? Hello? You guys see my concentration face? Concentrating on screwing this up. Ugh. Look at a big knot in the middle. No bueno. Supposed to keep the same direction. And over the hump we go. To Grandma's sewing machine.
Okay. All right. Let's start sewing these others together so we can make some more blocks. How's everybody doing in the chat? Mona has to babysit us. Oh, I forgot to fill up my cup. Darn.
You gotta stay hydrated. This doesn't look that great. We'll see, we'll see.
I saw. Did trash people come today?
Yeah. Did you hear her barking this morning?
Well, I heard her barking, but I didn't know what she was barking at.
That's the trash people.
Oh, dang. They've been coming on Fridays and now back to Thursdays again?
Apparently. Probably it's going to be bad weather tomorrow.
I don't know. You can look and see. Maybe there is going to be bad weather tomorrow. I really hope not, because I'm about tired of the bad weather.
I'm probably not flying in the right direction.
Bad weather. Spring is in the air. Let's get on with it, Right?
Yeah.
Let's get it done. Let's get into springtime and ditch old man winter. at least have milder temperatures anyway. Hey, Andrea. All right. Did everybody, I hope everybody has the, what was today's question? Today's question was, what is the capital of Greenland? And the answer is Nuke.
Nuclear bomb.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and start getting these laid out to match each other.
It starts off so big, it ends up so small.
Did something come out wrong?
Yeah, just a lot of some of
you
my
have the whole
squares
thing
didn't
done?
square. I finished the block. I'm gonna square it off right now.
Okay. Yeah, let's have a peek.
I will. I'll show you. Let me get rid of all the crazies I didn't get rid of earlier. Oh, I dropped the clip. I hope I don't step on that later. Because that's gonna wait.
Yep. All right. And some of these blocks are going to be so cute because of the way I use the colors with them.
Well, that's half the magic, mixing the
Yeah.
materials up. I liked Rita's. It was real pretty.
Yeah,
Pink.
Rita's was pretty too. Yeah, I agree with you.
Pinks and blues.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you on that one. Okay, so we got those two. Now here comes the fun part because there's a bunch of them for 4 patches.
I enjoy watching Lori when I'm up that early, which I've been up early that recently.
Yeah, I like watching Lori too.
She cracks me up, actually. I like people who make me laugh. They make me happy.
Yep. I have one missing right there and one missing right here and here. So they must be buried up underneath all this other stuff. So there's that one. This one. 2. 2. And there's the purple and the pink right there. And there's this one right here.
Right chair.
Okay, so we got this one.
Really? Really?
Okay, we already got 2 of these done. That's up there. And I got this one. And this one. And this one.
Did you make dinner tonight?
We had a hot meal that we got from the store from earlier, and then probably I'm gonna put a chicken in the oven later for munching on, maybe.
Do y'all eat late?
Sometimes we do, especially on my lives. Or I might make us breakfast tonight and save the chicken for probably make us breakfast.
Yeah.
And then because we can eat a light breakfast since we had something right before the live. And then I'll just save the chicken for tomorrow. And I have 2 pieces missing right here. Where the heck are these 2 at? That's interesting. Okay, so we're going to sew the ones I definitely have pairs for. And I'll figure out where I put the rest of them at. It's always so easy to lose a piece.
Excuse my vacuum.
All of these, but I have some over here in this pile too that I had to re-sew because there was something wrong with them. So there's part of the half triangles right there. So I'll just put them up here. Oh, and I bet I know where the other part of these are. Here's one of them. I discovered that two of my half patches, I sewed one side of them on the wrong side. It's so easy for my eyeballs not to notice that this is the top side of the fabric and this is the back side. But if you look at it in the camera, see, this is how I had it sewed up, facing up. It should have been this side facing up. Now I'll put it up close to the camera and you'll see what I'm talking about. That's the front. And I had the back sewed front side up. So I had to redo it. And this one, this is a pink and turquoise one. I don't know where that one's at. That's interesting.
I went to the grocery store yesterday and I ran into a church friend, and my goodness, we were there forever talking.
Isn't that funny when you run into someone and you stand around in the I've done that. Stand in the grocery store talking.
It's like we have fellowship.
Mm-hmm.
You ready to spotlight me?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to start off with the back. You ready?
Hang on. Okay.
There's the back. I thought the back looked interesting, but here is the front.
Now hold it up higher. Wow. It looks good.
There's the back. You can kind of see it more in the back with the black, you know.
So it looks like they did half triangles for hourglass for the center. Is that what they did?
Pretty much. Yep.
Hold it up higher. There you go. So they can see the whole thing. Looks good. Definitely interesting too.
And that's what I just made.
Yeah.
They come out so tiny, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
They really are like tiny. So in all, it came out to be what did it come out to be? There's 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And 11 by 11. Yep, 11, 11. That's what I got. Pretty straight. Maybe.
Melanie, hey Melanie, she says amazing, Mona.
Thank you, Melanie.
Bonnie says it looks good, Mona, or looks great. Beverly says very nice. Raven says, oh, that's cool. Carrie says cool.
Thank you.
Jaja says, oh yeah, I love that, Mona.
I think it matched our conversation in the beginning, eh?
All right. If you want to go get you something to drink and everything, go ahead.
I will. I am in a second. I'm going to square it off just a little bit more and then be done with it. Where is my 8-inch square?
And I'm going to chain sew here in a minute. First, we'll get these centers lined up. That black with that print looks good, Mona says. Hey, John. That's from John.
Thank
you. Denise is asking what zodiac sign is that, Mona?
It's all of them. It's a print that has all of them on there. So I see a goat. I see the twins. I see the Virgo. I see this. I don't see the scales, but I see the Scorpio. Stars. Where is the material?
I was going to ask you earlier, how's your channel doing sub-wise?
I don't know. I haven't really looked. Because I haven't been on studio.
You can actually see it from the regular YouTube channel too.
And this week I have not looked at all. It spiked one night. I think that was with you. And And that's it. Like, I haven't even double checked or looked. I
If
got
y'all are
busy.
not subscribed to Mona's channel, I'm going to share her link again. Y'all hop on over there and share the love.
Thank you.
I shared it when we first started the live, but I don't know. The live was a little bit slow to start, or at the beginning it was a little slow.
Thank you. I thought about it and stuff, you know, I'm not gonna like try to, I don't know. It's about hours and stuff too, so I need to make a lot of videos and stuff. So that's what I feel like I need to do
So
for
like
my channel.
how many months are you in now?
Months? I've been on for a year.
Okay, so about a year.
Mm-hmm.
But you didn't start really.
Correct. It took me about a year to get subscribers and stuff, and then I was doing a lot of shorts and lives. I would erase, and then I started hanging out with you guys and stuff.
Okay,
And
so the ones you erased, you mean you deleted them?
correct.
So from here on out, don't delete. What you can
Yeah.
do, set them to private, because once you delete them, any watch hours or viewers numbers or anything you gain from that will be gone.
Yeah, I did. I kept on doing them. I didn't like them and stuff, and they were silly. And one was a freaking funeral. So, um, yeah. And I just did that to document for the people that weren't there for the moment.
Yeah.
But and I do lives at my markets too. And
Oh,
Mona,
that's cool.
yeah, Mona has caught on to a couple, and I do that because my markets have music and stuff, so live music, and I'll usually face it towards the entrance or the singer or just, random customers. And I'll probably do that this Saturday. So if anybody's on Saturday,
Cool.
I'll probably do a little live.
What
Just
time are you doing that?
I have to be there from 8 to 2. So I do like a lunch because, in the morning I get a little busy, but then when I get settled in and snack and whatever, I'll set up the phone and
Denise wants
stand.
to know the name of the star you just did.
I do not know the name of it at all. I was hoping you guys do. I'll look it up again. I
Hi,
snap
Linda.
I snapshotted it with no name. It was just one of those like, oh, I could like, visually was able to see it, and that's what I did. It was a snapshot on my phone with no name. I didn't get the name.
Linda says she hopes everybody is good tonight. We're fine. Hey Sandy, good to see you here also. And then Denise says, I was confused, thought you were sewing the zodiac sign.
No, ma'am. It's material that had the zodiac on symbols on them and stuff. Let me look for it actually.
And Bonnie says the bags you make, Mona, are gorgeous.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I've been bag making for about 3 years now, versus like quilting and stuff. So, yes, I have quilted, and yes, I crochet, and yes, I make bags and other things too. But I'm moving into a lot of leather work and stuff too. All these are here that you see are leathers. These are all hides that I have. Yeah,
With sewing leather, real leather.
my room smells like a leather. I have a bunch of hides rolled up in here.
I was wondering about what sewing machine you're planning to use to do that with.
I use my industrial for leather.
What I'm doing right now is I am pinning these together so you guys can see what I'm, that way you know what I'm doing. Because I'm going to chain sew. Maybe I should learn how to make across the shoulder bags. And so I can put them in the, maybe Bitsy will let me sell some of them in her shop.
Who is that?
Bitsy is my boss. She runs the company Sagalands, which is a tourist company that sets up tour guiding and stuff.
What's her name? Bitsy?
Bitsy.
That's so cute.
But her name's spelled P-I-T-S-I. That P is a B sound.
Okay. Yellow sash. Katie. Yellow sash or white?
I would say yellow.
Me too.
Either yellow or gray, but not white. That's not white in that, is it?
Yes, it is.
Put it back up to the camera again. It looks gray to me.
It's white.
Interesting. I would use either the, yeah, you could probably, you can use the yellow, but you can also use white, I suppose. I would put yellow on it. Bonnie says she just popped onto your page.
Thank you.
Yellow
It's in the works. My daughter's building me a computer so I could do more stuff on there. I have an actual, right now I'm on my iPad and I have an actual webcam that I want to use, but it cannot attach to my iPad. So and my laptops are kind of like, how do you say, the cognitivity of it is not up to par.
Yeah.
So that's,
everybody's saying yellow, by the way.
Thank you. Yes, yellow. I agree. And so yeah. So and that's why I'm not in a big rush, because I'm kind of waiting for my daughter and blah blah blah, and then whatever. I have patience.
Yellow to the rescue.
Things will come. Mm-hmm.
Do they still make mellow yellow sodas?
I have no idea.
I think it was the Coca-Cola company that did the mellow yellow. It came out after, I think that mellow yellow came out after Pepsi came out with the one that's so full of caffeine that's clear. Dang it.
Mountain Dew?
Mountain Dew, yeah.
Do the dew? Which reminds me of my Skittles. These are my favorite.
I want somebody to send me a bucket full of Reese's peanut butter cups.
These are the Nerds clusters with Skittles.
Oh, wow. So did you make those?
No, ma'am, I bought them.
Oh.
And I mix them. They're two different bags, two different kinds of cansies, and I mix them.
Okay, cool. Carrie says she hasn't seen those in years. It is way after the dew. Yeah, that's what I thought. And Raven says, yes, they do, Katie. Okay. I was wondering if they still made it or not. Here they have a similar form of Mountain Dew, and it's called Condi. And it's pretty, the taste of them is really close. I can taste a different variation with the Danish version. I like carbonated. I like the carbonation in mellow yellow. Pepsi products are that and over syrupy to me. Yeah, I think Pepsi products are very sweet. Too sweet.
I had a Fanta orange from my burger.
Fantas are yummy though. The orange ones.
That's what I just had.
Because I think Pepsi makes something called Sunkist, and I don't think the Sunkist is as good as the Fanta is. And I think both of them are by PepsiCo, I think.
You guys ever wear your, like, I'm wearing a hair clip and it kind of, I gotta let it down for a minute, pulling my hair. Give me a headache for a minute.
Jaja says, I love Pepsi cherry. Cherry. Cherry.
Pepsi.
I don't know why I wanted to say sherry. Dubrovka, because it's time for dinner. Oh my God, my tongue's all twisted today. Thanks for a nice chat. Bye for now. Okay, Dubrovka, thank you for dropping in. What if you come back, we want to know what you had for dinner. Inquiring minds want to know. Fanta is by Coke. Okay.
That's my favorite.
Look at Jaja. Jaja says Sunkissed, thumbs down, and Sierra Mist, thumbs down.
Does anybody like these candies? I love them. I got us on the TV over here.
Okay. So, what kind of things do you do during the summer months? Anything interesting?
My market.
How often do you do your markets?
During the summer, I'm gonna try to do every other weekend.
Oh, that's right, Raven. Raven says, I like the old orange soda from McDonald's. She thinks it's Minute Maid, and I think you're right on that. And then Denise says, I saw an ad online for a drink called Haya today. I thought of you, Katie. Oh, that's cool. Dubrovka says, pork roast, roasted potatoes, and green salad. I want to come eat with you. And then Jaja says, oh, yes, Raven, was so crisp and delish, haha. And then Raven says, sun drop is yummy also.
Sun drop.
I've not heard of that one.
Me either. Yeah. Whoever mentioned the McDonald's orange, yes, that one's the best.
Yeah, that one was the best.
So good with a big old straw that they have. Oh my God. Slurp it down.
Yep. Raven says, Jaja, they still have it. It's really good for my hangover last time I had it. That's a good one.
That's funny. You were up early this morning.
You were?
You were. I got a message at 5 a.m. on my time.
Yeah, that's because I was still awake.
I
wasn't kidding about my sleeping being whacked. And here's the thing. So last night I was interviewed by Ian for their podcast, for Becca and Ian's podcast.
How'd that go?
It went good, I think. I just hope I didn't embarrass myself or anything. But anyway, because usually it's the same question. Well, you know, how did me and Nikolai become me and Nikolai, you know, that kind of thing. But anyway, after the live, I sewed for maybe about, not the live, it wasn't a live, it was a pre-record, sorry. After the pre-record, I sewed maybe a couple hours. And I told Nikolai, I said, you know, I feel really tired. And I had felt tired when I got up yesterday. I still didn't feel like I had rested. And he says, well, why don't you go lay down? And the more I thought about it, the more I'm like, you know, that's actually a good idea. So I shut everything down in here. And then I went and got a refill on my cup and took my cell phone and the power cord with me. And I laid down and put a movie on and I passed out. And I probably slept about maybe 2 hours. And Nikolai came to bed. And which meant I had to move because I was laying like diagonal across the whole bed, passed out. And so
Jeez, leave room for him any much?
well, yeah, because I have a dog that's a bed hog. I mean, as little as she is, she's a bed hog.
Of course. Right.
And I don't like her laying against me because she makes me hot.
We have a cat who lays right in the middle. She's all stretched out right in the middle.
That's how Nora is. And so when he woke me up, when he came in, I woke up and I went to the bathroom, which is probably what started the progression after that. After that, I laid back down and I could not go back to sleep. That little power nap was. So I was still awake this morning when you got my info.
I think that's what So Blessed with Just does. She gets her little power naps because I don't know how she does it overnight most of the time. And then, you know, goes to work and stuff.
But I probably should have did the power nap yesterday, you know, before I got with you know, Ian. I should have probably tried to at least take a small power nap, but I didn't. So, you know,
they literally are a power nap, right?
Yeah.
No joke on the name.
So I'm like grumpy because I'm like, and I was also, my pain levels yesterday were, y'all haven't heard me mention my pain levels much lately because I've had really total control over them. But yesterday, besides being tired, I was in pain most of the darn day. And I told Nikolai, I said,
where do you get your pain? Your knee, or what is it that hurts you?
From the two discs that are in the lower part of my back.
Okay, so your lower back pain. Got it.
It's not just the lower back. It runs down across my hip. And I have numb spots on my left leg. There's areas where I can't feel at all.
Got
but
it.
On the outer perimeter, they're always on fire.
And
then there's spots that if you were to touch me with your cold hand, it would feel like you shoved a knife in my leg.
Wow.
And then I have this pain. It's up. The only best way I can describe it is like it feels like it's internal of my leg. And it's a different kind of pain. So I have nerve pain, nerve numbness, pain that radiates from the lower back down the way it does, and that's because two of my discs are smushed up together. And it's,
you get an accident or something? Were you in an accident?
Yeah, back in 1994. I was sitting on a highway on the inside lane because they had moved traffic to the left lane because they were cleaning up two tractor trailer wreck on the other side that you couldn't see at the time. And I was not quite at the top of the overpass, but I was about part of the way up. And I was in a dead stop and I heard screeching tires. And when he hit me, he was doing 65 miles an hour. And I had my feet on the brakes of the truck. Fortunately, we were very lucky because I was behind a little Volkswagen car in front of me. 2 days before this happened, we had replaced all the tires on the truck and the brakes on the truck.
Oh.
So when he hit me, I had new tires and new brakes, and that truck wasn't going anywhere. But the impact went through my legs, up my spine. It made my head pop against the glass behind me on the cab window. And when I got out of the truck, I passed out on the ground for a minute. And when I got up, there was lots of obscenities coming out of my mouth because my oldest daughter, which you couldn't see because she was she was old enough not to be in a car seat anymore, but she was short enough that when we got hit, the impact, the cushion of the truck seat itself protected her. But all I could think of is, oh my God, my daughter, you know, because we were on the way to see an allergy doctor. And I had turned the truck off when I went to get out of the truck. And because I was going to get my daughter out of the truck. And I passed out on the ground instead. And so when I came to, they're all, are you all right? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I'm fine. Then I started cussing.
Yeah.
And I was screaming at the person who hit me behind me. Can't you read signs? It said 35 miles. And, you know, all kinds of stuff coming out of my mouth.
Yeah.
I was really angry. And they needed to move the truck. And when they went to try to move the truck, they couldn't because he hit me so hard that the cables that go on your battery were knocked off. And the reason we know that they were tight is because they needed tools to put it back on. That's how hard he hit me.
Wow.
He was driving a big, huge Buick Bonneville, one of them old, big ass cars.
Bonneville, yeah.
And it shoved everything in front of his car into his dashboard. The truck, because it was an F-150, so trucks are they were pretty, you know, tough stuff back in the 80s.
Yeah. 150s are big trucks.
Yeah, because it was I think that truck was he bought it brand new. It was a 1985 model, I think. And so it damaged the truck bed itself, along with the bumper that was on the back of it, but it never got close to the axle. So we were lucky. So they had to replace the whole truck bed and all that stuff, but the axle and everything was fine. The drive shaft was fine. But I wasn't. For 18 months, I couldn't take care of my kids because it had made the two discs in my lower back pushed together like that. And so I was seeing a chiropractor. I was seeing a nerve specialist, along with he specialized in, he was a back surgeon was what he was. And we were trying to avoid doing surgery. And at some point I got where I was doing better. And then I discovered riding horses helped ease my pain in my back. There's something about, because you use certain muscles with your legs and with your stomach and your back, I had all these strong muscles going on. And so whenever I rode my horse, I wasn't having pain riding. And so I was getting around really good, but then I moved over here and you can't imitate that exercise at all. There's no way to imitate it. And at some point I think about 6 or 7 years ago, something shifted in my lower spine, and it's sitting more on that, because I didn't have that numbness going down my leg until after I moved here. And so something shifted in the lower part of my spine. And so it's worsened over the years. And so, and then that thing that happened in October where they had to hospitalize me to get my pain under control, because that was horrible. I mean, I never want to go through that again. And so I'm pretty sure they're going to schedule me for an MRI when they send me to see the ears, nose, and throat doctor, because they're going to send me to Nuke for that. And we'll deal with see what's shifted in my spine. Additional things. So I've noticed things happening on my right leg too. When I'm standing at the sink, sometimes I have burning sensation. The burning sensation is always around on the left side, but now I'm feeling it at the top half of my leg on the right side. And sometimes I'll feel that same burning sensation in my toes. Because it feels like.
Do you walk when you're not online? Because you're always, online sitting and you're not getting circulation.
Yeah, and when there's snow on the ground, I tend not to go out as much due to I don't want to fall down.
Right.
It's hard.
That's worse. Yeah.
Well, it hurts my back. Number one. Number two,
Heck
getting off ice is
slippery. Yeah.
Pain.
Yeah.
Unless you got someone to help with that,
Yeah.
So I'll be regrouping myself for this summer, getting back into walking, because I need to be able to walk to do my tour guiding.
Sure.
And I bet
that's what you do in the summertime, tour guiding.
Yeah, I do tour guiding, so I get a lot of walking.
I've heard you say that, but I guess the summer is when you're busy.
Yep. And I'm going to have to drop a little bomb on my boss. But you know, I'm not going to be here the last 2 weeks in June. I'm going to be in Denmark this go around, you know, because I'm going with Nikolai. So if we're having, I'm sure we'll have a couple cruise ships in June. Most of it will happen in July, and I don't generally try to travel in the summer months if I can help it, because I work,
Anything?
you know, because I really like my job. I mean, I've been working for her for a long time now. This year will be 14 years that I've worked for her. And
Mm.
she's a good boss. I mean, um, she's thrown me under the bus a couple times by telling me I need to do this when I've never done it before. And she'll walk you through it once, and then you're on your own.
Fend for yourself, woman.
Yeah.
Fend for
She
yourself.
and I think the reason she does that to me is because she knows I might struggle through the first couple times, but then I cart my behind home and do research, so I know more. So then when I go back, I'm not looking like a fool, you know.
Mhm. She probably knows that's your personality. So let me
Mhm.
just tell her and she'll find her way, her
Yeah,
way.
yeah, I don't need too much babysitting, not at all.
Be your way and her way. That's right.
Yeah. And what she told me when she walked me through the tannery, that when she decided I was going to be doing the tannery, she says, "This is the short of it. Do what you do." I told her, I said, "But I don't know any of these sealskin." She says, "It's okay. Don't worry about it. Over time, you will remember what is what." Now I can name every one of them that's on the wall. Every
Muscle
last one of
memory.
them, I
Yeah.
know
Practice makes
what they are.
perfect.
But it took me like a couple of years to get where I could actually identify them without looking at the picture to tell me what it is.
Sure, yeah.
Because you
Like
know,
anything, like music, like anything, it takes a second or two.
yep, definitely. Let me see what's said in the chat because I think we missed a bunch of stuff.
I'm actually gonna go take a break. I'll be right back.
Okay, all right. While you're doing that, I'll read what's in the chat.
My daughter just got home. Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay, all right. Let's see. Let's see. Raven says, Jaja, they still have it. It was really good for my hangover. Okay, I read that one. And then Jaja says, on Tuesday, I set up my alarm for a 30-minute nap at 4:30 and I woke up at 8 p.m. Oh my God, you must have been tired. And then Jaja says, then yesterday I was so tired at work, laugh out loud, gosh, but it was my Friday, so it's all right. And then Denise says, what do you take for pain? I have paracetamol, ibuprofen, and Tradalin for when it's worse. Yeah. And I started taking magnesium this past week, and I think the magnesium's actually helping. I don't think it's a trick of my mind. I actually think it's helping me. Speaking of magnesium, it's time for me to take some. I read somewhere that magnesium can help with pain, especially the kind of pain I have. So I've been taking 1 tab every evening, a few hours before I'm gonna go to bed, and so the pain levels seem better. Right now, my pain levels are today. Yesterday they were at a 5. Today they're back down to about a 2.5. So to me, that's okay. It's livable. And I feel like I'm doing a lot better than I've done in a long time when it comes to pain. Carrie says she has to hop off. See you next time. Have fun. Thank you for coming, Carrie. Jaja says, I have heard mag is good for that too. Yeah, so we're going to try it out. And I'm going to talk to my doctor about it. And, you know, maybe it's something that she could actually prescribe. So I have to buy over the counter kind. And add it to my regimen, and let's see how my stomach handles it. Because I can tell you that I can't take ibuprofen indefinitely. My stomach will not tolerate it. But the thing with ibuprofen is it's an anti-inflammatory, and you know, pain is inflammation. So paracetamol will help with the pain, but it won't take away the inflammation, as where an anti-inflammatory will. It might not kill all of it, but it'll take care of some of it. I would love it if I didn't have to take hard stuff. There are times, but I take paracetamol. I never stop taking it. I take it. I take 2 tabs 4 times a day, every day, and have for the last however many years now. I don't miss a dose if I can help it. Now, sometimes I take it too late because I ran a live past when I usually supposed to be taking medicine at midnight. But those are the only medicines I take for pain. And the only other medicine I have that I take every day is I take an allergy pill every day. And I also have to, I have something called, it's called Flutiform, which is a preventative for asthmatics. I take that twice a day, and then I use my Ventolin whenever needed. That's all the medicine I have in my medicine chest for me. They've tried putting me on other things for the nerve pain and everything. At one time, they had me on Lyrica and on gabapentin and on Wellbutrin and a triptyline. I was taking all these medicines and it was doing absolutely zero. But what it was doing is it was making my menopause worse. So one day I told Nikolai, I said, I'm going to stop taking all these pills. And I weaned myself, I slowly weaned myself off of everything except for the asthma medications, which I can never wean myself off of or I would die. I didn't wean myself off of paracetamol or the Tradalin because those work. Hope you don't mess up your intestines. Sounds excessive for NSAID. Yeah. Right now, what I'm doing with the NSAID is I'm taking 1 at night, just 1, not 2. And then at noon, sometimes I take 1 at noon. So I'm doing like 1 NSAID, 1 paracetamol. I only take the Tradalin when the pain is above a certain number in my brain. Then I will take the paracetamol. I mean the Tradalin. If it's under 5, I don't bother to take the Tradalin. But you know, I get that about the intestines. I really do. But I can't stand to suffer either. You know, it's weird with my pain because I have spots all over my body. Like my husband can come and just do that. Like what I'm doing right now with my finger, that hurts. And all I'm doing is pressing my finger right here in this one spot. And I have it, and it's the same spot on this arm. Push right here, there's pain here. But if I go down here, there's pain here. But if I go back here, there's no pain. And I have those weird spots all over my body, including on my head. Goodness, I didn't mean to stop the chat. I know this is the long, tedious part that I'm doing right now. Trying to get these sewn so that we can start using the block or the blocks to make a bigger block. But bear with me here. Let's see if I can ask you some questions. Let's see what we can come up with. How many of you have already seen spring start in your areas? What kind of flowers do you usually know spring is around the corner that's already flowering in your area? Let me know. Denise says I can only take Tylenol. It doesn't help all the pain unless it has hydrocodone in it. So I used to get hydrocodone with my paracetamol, but Denmark has made hydrocodone illegal. No one can get hydrocodone anymore as a prescription. period. It is now an illegal drug. So that's why it's tretylin. No more hydrocodone. And to me, the hydrocodone worked well in combination with the tretylin. Melanie says, yes, azaleas. What color are your azaleas, Melanie, that you're seeing? I want to live vicariously through you guys. What colors are they? Because the Florida girl is still in me, and I already feel like spring should be here. Red and pink. Yay. Cool. I bet there's flower everywhere. Anyone else? What flowers do you have blooming right now in your areas? Let me know what flowers you have in flower. I'm running out of pens. No one else? Jaja says, I haven't seen any yet. They are still all green stems, the ones that are popping up. Okay. Jaja says, my fuchsias from last year are growing back, but no flowers yet, just tiny, or just little green leaves. Okay. Fuchsias are so beautiful. You know, I ordered some stuff from Fat Quarter Shop yesterday, and lo and behold, I forgot to order me some straight pins. Darn it. So I'm going to give you guys a little hint about something I ordered from Fat Quarter Shop. Hoffman is doing another 2020. It's called the this go around will be called the 2026-27 Hoffman Batik Challenge. And you have to and Fat Quarter Shop is actually selling a Fat Quarter bundle, which has 18 fat quarters in it. But you don't have to sew with the challenge. You don't have to sew all of them. But you do have to use a minimum of 5 of their colors. And the rules for this go around state that you can use other batiks as well from other companies or from them. And so and I'll show you here in a few minutes what the fabric line looks like, and you're going to be shocked because it's the colors that Katie's that I've never used. So I am going to improvise mine a little bit. I'm going to use 5 of their colors, and I'm going to add 3 or 4 extra colors. 2 of the colors comes from Hoffman, and 2 of them come from, I think, Bali Batiks, one of the 2. And I need more pins, and I don't have any more. Let's see if I got some hiding back here in front of my sewing machine.
I'm here.
Welcome back.
I'm munching on some toast. I made some bread yesterday. And I made
I want to do is make homemade bread. Oh, here's a couple more pins.
Here's my homemade bread, and I made cinnamon toast, right? And I'm eating it right now.
Yummy.
Homemade bread.
So
and I make white bread, not sourdough.
yeah. Jaja says she ordered the strawberry and sage line today. And then Bonnie says, I struggle with identifying the names, but I do have purple rosemary blossoms on that bush. And my roses, purple rosemary. Would that happen to be
Are y'all talking about flowers?
Is it crab apples that you have in flower, Bonnie? Purple rosemary blossoms on a bush. What were you going to ask? Oh, look at you with your flowers.
Yeah, I heard you were asking about flowers in bloom. These are blooming. What are they called? Dianthus?
Dianthus.
Dianthus.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I'm not really good at pronouncing things.
And the purple one looks like, can I see the rest of the purple?
Oh, you see that one? Let me see.
Oh, those are roses and daisies and chrysanthemums and little green things. Let me, those look like
baby's breath.
Yeah, but there's something else up. That's not baby's breath up there at the top there that's green.
This one?
No, in front of the purple.
Oh, these guys.
Yeah, those. What are those?
I have no idea. It's a bouquet, so I don't know. My daughter got it for me Friday.
Pretty.
Thank you.
Bonnie says, no, it's a shrub. I'll have to think about that. Where do you live at, Bonnie? What state?
I'm gonna eat my toast.
Go ahead. And I guess if I want more pins, I'm gonna have to sew some of these so I can have more pins. Jaja says pretty. I don't remember who it was, but someone was telling me that they think they might have lost a couple of their fruit trees because they got extra cold stuff that they're not usually going to, because they usually don't get where they live at. Bonnie says she lives in Nevada. Okay. Jaja says, Mona, you need to be right back. There's no such thing with Zoom that I know of. Because when I just don't turn my camera off. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I bet I'm gonna have to fix that one. I'm sewing all these together and then I'll finish pinning these together. Anyone else have any flowers popping? Jaja says, my grandparents have a pear tree in the backyard, and the neighbor has a big pine tree and it is coming over the fence and knocked the pear tree over. It snapped in half. Oh no. That's not good. Jaja says we think they are on something because they are so strange. Why wouldn't you do anything about a tree in your roof? That's a good question. And then Denise says pretty purples. I thought that was artificial, Mona. Talking about your purple flowers. Why were you not wanting to go through the machine? Oh, that's why you didn't want to go through the machine. Okay, so let me see what I can ask next. Denise said that the purples are pretty. She thought they were artificial.
Yeah. It's a little bouquet. Look, I want to show you too. You want to see what's blooming in my area?
Sure.
That's
Hang
what's.
on. Let me spotlight so I can see better.
See if you can see that.
Tomatoes.
Yep. I got little tomatoes already.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's tiny. It's like the size of my thumb. I just zoomed in
Those
for
cherry
you.
tomatoes, or is that going to get bigger?
And they're little 6-pack of cherry tomatoes.
Cool.
And then, oh, sorry, one more. The itty bitty jalapeno.
Oh, hang on. Hold on. I got to.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it is tiny. Look at that. Oh, that's super cute.
I just saw these yesterday. I said, oh, look, they're coming. So that's what's blooming here.
12 by 12 in size for $99. What's for $99?
That was a good little snap. Next. I got a lot of little things to make for the market. Yeah.
So what do you want to work on?
Nothing. Because my sleep schedule also has been wacky, I'm trying to get back into getting up a little bit earlier, and I'm gonna need to, it's my season. I need to get back in my early mode because I've been mega staying up late.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm up when Lori comes on, and that means I hadn't gone to bed.
Yep.
I need to revert back into my non-vampire mode.
Yeah, when you see me on her channel or on Liana's, you know I didn't go to bed.
Exactly. If you see me too, chances are I didn't go to bed.
Yep. I've been on a Smallville kick this week.
Oh, here's that material that I used.
Yeah, you were going to show that to him. Hang on, let me
Uh-huh.
put it on the big screen.
I just got it out of the box.
Here, hold it all the way up, all of it, so they can see. Yeah, there you go. Wow, that's really cool.
So, sorry, it wasn't a zodiac. It was a bunch of them. If that sounded confusing. It's got them all.
A Precut easy press iron. It's on sale at Amazon, 10-inch by 12-inch. Oh, okay. Yeah, if you're not a moderator, you can't share links. And speaking of links, if you're a channel creator, don't forget to type !selfie to share your channel. I was kind of hoping I'd see Sherry in here because Nikolai wanted to talk to her. Let me see something real quick.
This one looks
What
complicated.
is it anyway?
Has anybody made a poppy block? Have you ever made a poppy, like a poppy flower?
No.
I don't like the little ears it's got. It's got little ears.
That's interesting.
So I'll put it off to the side. It was a kit and it's got everything with it.
I'm trying to find something and I can't find it.
Don't you hate when that happens?
Yep. Okay, I'm going back to what we were doing. YouTube must be boycotting Amazon. You can't share links, is what it is, Jaja. Unless I make you a moderator. Which actually I could. Do I even have any moderators in here tonight? Actually, it doesn't look like I have any. Well, Beverly was in here earlier and she's a moderator. Raven's a member. Wow. I really don't have but one person in here. You know what? Cha, I'm going to give you moderator and then you can share the link. And then if you don't want to be moderator, just let me know and I'll take you back off. It was just the whole sentence saying it was on sale. Well, that's interesting. That's weird. Bonnie says she noticed she can't share links with her friends either. Oh, that's interesting. Did you guys know that I have a wish list on Amazon?
I know I do.
I actually have a wish list over on Fat Quarter Shop too, and I just don't ever say anything about it.
Oh, you mean where like other people can reach it?
Yeah, if someone wants to, donate to the cause.
Got it.
I just haven't asked.
I thought you meant on. I was like, I got a wish list too on Amazon. I put everything in there. I wish I had one.
Oh,
I,
that's
I
interesting.
I actually always add stuff to my cart and then I'll go back and look. Like I don't know. I'm weird.
Well, I didn't know you could do wish lists until I set one up for Thomas, because Thomas was homeless.
Mm.
And when they finally got a place of their own, they didn't have anything. Zero zip nada. And
I didn't know that you could do that either. I thought it
yeah,
was a
you can.
personal thing. I didn't know you could share it or anything. In fact, I was impressed when someone had a baby shower and you can just, like type in their name and stuff and it went to their wish list. And I was like, oh, cool.
How did I end up with just two?
I'll just send a gift.
Yeah, you can. And there was two or three people, because when people do buy something on your wish list, you can also tell it not to if you don't want someone to know you're sending them something from Amazon, you can actually do it blindly where they don't know who sent it.
Anonymously. Cool.
Yeah, which is very interesting. Maybe this is where some of my missing stuff was at. It's down here, crammed up underneath everything else. And I'm getting sidetracked because I discovered that I should have some more of these. I need to pull these out. Let's see. I know I didn't have matches for any of that. Which means that might be in this here box somewhere. All right, let's put all that there. And that over there. Let me see if I got some.
Is Andy still here?
Andy, are you still here? Let me see. I'll check in the chat. Uh-oh. There we go. No, she's gone.
Dinner time.
I mean, she's probably going live herself. Let me see what time it is. No, she's not due to go live for another hour. She must have went to take a nap.
Yeah, that's right. She did say it was nap time.
I seem to recall that myself.
Yep.
Oh, here they are.
She sure did. I forgot. When I bought material from her, I got one that I don't recognize. I'm like, what's this one? So I was gonna ask her.
All right. Now that I got figured out what happened here. Jaja thinks it was just a YouTube glitch. Probably. Jaja, it's up to you if you want to stay a mod or not. If you don't want to, just let me know, okay? Because I usually don't even ask anyone to be a mod. I think I have 6 mods. And one of them was in here earlier. Okay, we got that one pinned. Let's see. I have. Look at this one. This one's got butterflies on it.
Pretty.
You can take it off. I don't know how to be a mod. Okay. We need Jess the enforcer, says Jaja. Andy's another good one. She's like Jess. She don't put up with any guff from anyone. She takes care of them.
Those guys are gone for a while, huh?
Who?
Jess and William.
I don't know how long they're supposed to be gone, but I know they're gone.
At least MIA for the week.
Yeah. I didn't realize they were live last night, and I was already asleep. And then when I saw that they were live, just as I went to log on to say something, they were gone.
Oh, did they stay on long?
I don't know how long, but by the time I logged on, they were gone. Because normally he doesn't go live on Tuesdays. No, Wednesdays. Wait,
Yeah, it was Tuesday.
Tuesday. Ow.
I told you I was watching. It was movie night for me. I was watching my Beastmaster. So when it's movie night, I have to cut off the phone, cut off all that. No notifications, no nothing.
Jaja says she's not sure if it's both of them or if it's just William.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Ding! Round one.
Okay, we might be able to sew 4 more of these, and then I'll take them out and press them open, stick them out of the iron, and we're gonna start making some new blocks. Hey Delia, how you doing? Jaja says monophyte.
Hmm.
Something about monophyte. At monophyte. Hmm? Delia says, I'm doing great. And you? I'm doing fine. Thank you.
I know,
And
but y'all, I got sleepy after eating that toast now. Well,
that might be what she's talking about.
maybe fight the sleep.
Yeah.
That's funny. Blood pressure went down, I guess.
Delia, I'm working on more of these Katie's Creative Chaos blocks.
Did Mona do what come in?
I think, huh?
Did Mona do what come in earlier? No.
No, I haven't seen her tonight. Unless she's lurking. She might be lurking. All righty. Oh, I had one more right here. Darn. Let's get this one done too. Let's get her done. Mona said ding, so I finished her sentence from the fighter game. Oh.
Dang, yeah.
See, I didn't even know what that was about.
I hit my
John says ding, a round one fight.
yeah, exactly. She got it. That's funny, and I didn't. And I'm the one that said it. Round one. Ding.
Or it could be like Sylvester Stallone. Ding, ding.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
On the end of Apollo 2?
Yep.
Or
The
Rocky
first
2?
Apollo, yeah.
I said Apollo, but I meant Rocky.
Yeah, it was in, Rocky, the first Rocky.
The fight with Apollo. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love those movies.
Me too.
I love all of his movies. Except I didn't get into the Expendables. I didn't get into that one.
I liked the Expendables. What I had trouble with was, when Sylvester Stallone was doing the other series he was doing, what was it called?
Rambo?
Yeah, the Rambo series. That last Rambo movie, it was so bloody and violent, and it was worse than usual that I've ever seen him do. I mean, some of the stuff was just way over the top that shouldn't have even been in the movie.
You need to check the director.
Yeah, it must have been, because it was just,
Yeah,
like,
sometimes the
really?
directors want to be all, hot stuff. Excuse me for a minute. I'm going to get some batting. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Some batting.
Melanie says, I don't believe I screwed up tremendously on 8 Flying Geese. I have a pattern in a book, and I flipped the wings for the body, and the body was to have color, so I didn't do that. I even used papers on them. Oh no, so you messed up something. Ouch. That must be what it is.
Yeah.
She must be in a hurry. Yeah, it'll be all right. Hey, babe, check the sky while you're out. Okay. Yeah, do keep them. Don't throw them out. Bonnie says, gotta go. Good night. See you, Threat, Bonnie. I'm thinking about stopping the live myself, because I've been live now for 4 hours, and I'm thinking about shutting down too. And this has got to be, I knew this one was going to be messed up. Hey, Mona,
Yes.
I think I'm going to shut the live down.
Okay, huh? No problem.
If you're not doing anything Saturday, I know the last few weekends you've been busy, but if you're free and you want to jump on, just send me a message in the live and I'll send you a link.
Because I'm doing my market, I'll be getting home probably when you're going live. So, if anything, I'll jump in a little later if you don't mind.
No, that's no problem. So
And
go ahead
that
and send
way
you the link.
I'll it usually I have to decompress like your husband when I get back
Yeah.
from my market.
Yep.
And and it's a lot for me.
Yeah, especially when you're around
Strength
a lot of
wise and
people.
stuff. Strength wise, being around people, intermingling, and not to mention all the hauling. I gotta do a bunch of lifting and all that. And I'm losing my strength as I get older.
Yep, I hear you. The stamina thing.
My shoulders, my ankles, everything is getting bad. But anywho, so
Let me.
Saturday, if I do tune in, it might be a little later than when you start.
Yeah, that's no problem. I'll just send you the link. All right, everyone. I am going to post Mona's channel link one more time. If you've not been to her channel, hop over there and share a little bit of love by subscribing to her channel. And if you have time, watch some of her videos. Remember to comment or like them, share them, whatever you want to do. Denise says, keep on pushing, can't stop now, move up a little higher, some way, somehow. I've got strength. Don't make sense not to keep on pushing. Curtis Mayfield, songwriter and singer. Oh, cool. All right, everyone. Remember, live, laugh, love, dream. What do you do with that? You make something beautiful, or you go do something beautiful for someone else so that you can put a smile on their face, because you never know, that might change their whole world when they're having a bad day. So see you guys tomorrow on my live starting at 4:30 Eastern Standard Time. And Cindy Surratt. Bye, everyone. No, was the sky clear?
Yeah, partly cloudy.
Oh, well, darn. I thought there might have been some northern lights tonight.
Are we off?
Yeah, well, no, I'm trying to find the disconnect button right this minute. Oh, there it is. There was supposed to be northern light, or there was supposed to be a semi hit the earth,
Oh.
and well, maybe it won't be till tomorrow.